yet, so I'll give it a little bit moment, and then it's time for another session. It's been a week or two of the Saltmarsh side story. Last time, well, anyone who feels really desperate for an inspiration right now could feel free to recap if they remember. Important things did happen.
Last session was those scorpion crab fuckers, right?
Yes, the cave fishers.
So the first thing we did, yeah, we found the lizard the fucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, the fanfish.
we
Smart
got
one.
some webbing for some boats.
Yeah.
And we're looking for the other crew member who went west.
For some reason,
I'm sure there's something else, but I can't
thought-
remember what it was.
I thought she went east.
well,
Okay.
no, west.
Fuck. Geography was never
Just
my
because
strong
it's
suit.
this way. Actually, you know what? I'll reveal this just to make it easier. There's a compass on this map. There we go.
Oh. Okay. I don't know why I assumed it was upside down.
I think one of the battle maps we did was actually upside down or something like that.
I'll
There you
use
go.
that excuse.
Never eat seaweed.
Oh, I learned never eat soggy waffles.
That's a terrible advice. Waffles are delicious.
Well, not
I
soggy
learned
ones.
never eat shrimp.
Depends what's making them soggy.
Syrup.
And for some reason, Snook and his character Azur were not that thrilled by the fanfish. You seem to have misgivings at the end there. Don't even remember, do you?
It's been a week.
2.
2 weeks.
Which is not a remarkable amount of time for human memory. But it's because he showed you that the cave fisher's blood is quite alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
He kept going back. He didn't stop.
No one
He
told
kept
him to
going.
stop.
Hey, and it turns out it also makes good mud, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Makes delicious smelling mud.
Wait, is he rubbing it on himself?
Oh,
Yeah,
making
that was
mud
that was the
first.
last thing he did. He wants to run. He wants to roll around in the mud blood.
Damn, too bad you're not like porous and absorb the alcohol through the skin. Is that imagine drunk and muddy?
Fuck yeah.
I would.
I mean, that is usually for
I mean, you should expect by now that he would probably squeeze the alcohol out of the mud into his mouth, for he is one with the dirt.
I am the mert.
He gets no advantage from it, however. But yes, Lefanfish got absolutely wasted and collapsed. At which point you guys then checked the treetops again and realized the sun was going down, but the light levels had not changed at all. Which for some reason made Ginny very upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much like California.
Were we gonna take a rest? I don't remember.
Probably
Yeah.
should.
Yes,
We-
the first
we
thing
had,
you were going to do was take a long rest.
Because
Yeah.
you have some exhaustion, don't you?
Yeah, Azure
Ah.
does.
Fine.
He earned a lovely thing with it. It just
Should
took a
make
while
some-
to utilize.
Was he gonna make those bows while we rested, or what was
He's
going on?
fucked.
Well,
I'll
he's
make
fucking
shit.
drunk now.
Oh yeah.
Maybe when he wakes up.
So he's lying there in the clearing among the corpses.
Yeah, I'm sure we can just leave him there.
You've got all of his delicious blood pouring into the ground.
I want to make a sleep mask, so I can sleep in the light.
Roll me dexterity.
Okay.
Perfect.
Made out of leaves or what?
No. What do you think he makes it out of? Come on. What is his one talent?
He applies mud directly to the eyeball.
Yeah, it's the good. Yeah, you know, Vernon, for all his faults, under all that mud, he does have damn good skin.
Yeah. This time he actually sculpts one. Even has a long hooked nose to make it easier to take off, whereas if he'd rolled low, he just would have got a handful of mud and pressed it into his face in a loud slap.
He makes an Adobe mask.
Thou art I, art thou. Anyway. So, On the bright side, it's daytime at night. Watches.
I'll go first.
I can do the last one. So I
And
can just
where are
take
you
them off
guys
and I'm
sleeping right now?
I wonder if there's like a.
Were we going back to the waterfall, or were we gonna hang out here with the corpses?
This is the direction we're going in, so I think we should probably stay here.
Sure.
I mean, I wonder if there's like webs up in the trees. Maybe we can like fashion some hammocks or something.
The problem, of course, is you're slightly inland on the island.
So yeah, maybe go ahead and
Hot.
the beach. Yeah. Sleep
Also,
near the water.
Lefan fish is lying there, as are the corpses of... Well, correction, there's 2 corpses and 1 captive cave fisher.
Hmm.
Which, I mean, maybe it'll survive the night. It's pretty cracked.
Is there a tree or anything I can climb up into for my watch?
Yeah, probably the same one you were looking out on before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go there then.
Roll me perception.
Nice.
Very nice. You hear, you know it's distant. Your ears are adjusting, flitting around your feline head, taking in a moment of the attenuation. You know it's far away, but fuck me is that loud. You can hear very distant stomps and splashes.
Like how distant?
Oh.
Feels like it's coming from the other side of the island.
Okay, so
Like,
not immediate.
it's the only landmass you've got available, so you're just thinking, that's a distance. It's nowhere in front of me, so it must be behind.
But it's far enough away that it's not an immediate.
Yeah, you know it's very far away. Like, just the way the sound is, but holy shit, the thing making that is big.
I wonder if it's that thing that got us here.
You can also hear very distantly, like just on the edges of what your ears are capable of, just a murmur of voices. No words, just the barest of sounds. Those are to the south, but not as far away.
Does it sound like?
It's got a flow to it, but a very sort of sharp one. You know, like the teeth of a saw. You can hear them rise up, then it just sharply goes down again and rises up again. It's got a pattern, but an awkward one.
Like a pattern, as if.
You'd be hard
Just
pressed to call it
like-
musical,
Okay.
but it's repetitious in a way.
I will. Whoever's next to watch, I'll hand that information over to, so they know what.
Big thing stomping, weird thing singing.
Oh shit.
Second watch.
How many are there total?
4. So it's
Okay.
just who wants to go up next. And the rest of the party bivouacking down just on the sand, because it's the only place that's even tolerable in temperature. The fanfish had to be dragged.
That I can just sleep in.
There's a
Is
bit
there
of
a
it, but
spot?
the problem is just the moment you're in the tree line, the temperature just has jumped.
Gross.
Yep.
Ginny
it's-
will.
It's
cry
alright for a bit
herself-
of travel, but to just lay there... Ugh. It's like
Are
being
there
in...
like mosquito type things in there, or is it like is that not a problem?
What'd you say?
Like mosquito type things that are annoying bloodsuckers in the night.
You haven't noticed.
Hmm.
Like, there's definitely been some insect sounds, but you've not really caught anything that's been buzzing about or swarming around you, which is surprising considering the heat and the amount of
Yeah.
sweat. Like, fucking horrible, just nasty midgies and all love that shit.
Yeah. It's the first thing I ever think about when camping. And if it's hot,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And it's also a tropical island.
So
Skeeters might not have gotten here. Or maybe they're just different.
Not a fan of that. idea.
Oh, hey, I'm a fan of the idea of not having mosquitoes buzzing.
They don't suck blood, they inject lava. It's instant
Ah!
death.
They melt you from the inside and then crack you open like a coconut to slurp it out. Yes.
Oh.
They just
Drop
inject
the water.
their eggs directly in the thousands.
No. That's so much worse.
Your arm just misshapes and bloats.
Hey, at least it's not a mosquito.
It turns
you're
your
in
blood
malaria.
to... This one's got a, it's got finer taste, so when it injects you, it turns your blood to the thickness of gravy.
Ugh.
Not good gravy.
Oh.
Gravy that's got a skin. You either die of cardiac arrest or asphyxiation, whichever happens first. I should note these down for Chult.
That's where we're going next if we get off this island.
One hellscape to the next.
Insect repellent is something they want you to buy. I'm going to give you a fucking reason to stock up.
Oh, God.
In fact, I just need to put in something from Earth. There's the botfly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Where there's a fun anecdote of a man who went to the hospital because he was hearing this horrible scratching sound at all times. And it turns out it was a botfly just behind his eye, eating the flesh inside his head. Anyway,
I need to
Vernon.
move to fucking Alaska.
So, Vernon, what are you up to? Well, I mean, the Queen of Verime is coming out eventually. We might get there. You gonna keep a lookout, Vernon, or putty about?
I was thinking about doing last watch, but I can take second if no one else wants to do it.
Rainy, Azure?
Azure,
He needs to rest.
so question.
You can still do a watch and get a long rest.
That's the problem. Because of exhaustion, his already bad perception is in the toilet.
Mm-hmm. What's the worst
Fuck it.
that could happen?
I've got to take it at some point because there's not enough people.
Yeah.
Fuck it, yeah.
I mean,
Phrasing.
maybe last watch would be best for you then. 'Cause at
That's
that
what
point-
I was thinking, but I think I still need the 2 hours of sitting there and resting to technically get the long rest.
Azure's got to be one to take it because there's not enough people here.
I can still do second.
Can I do a second watch?
You probably end up with a level.
Disappointed
of
no one else is
exhaustion
finding that one funny.
there. I'm choosing to ignore it.
I wasn't even listening.
You've got how many levels of exhaustion? 1 or 2?
I think it's 2.
It's 2.
That's
That
what I
sucks.
thought.
I'm heavily questioning if the dagger was worth it.
Hey, it's just some AC.
It's the highest power AC. Also, it's a magic knife. That's useful.
Mm-hmm.
I just won't be for the next,
You've got one of those portable fans they sell at amusement parks, but it's set to Arctic.
There's no dial. What do I do?
There could be. If only any of you could read Dwarven.
That's
Ah,
true.
sure.
It's
That's
like
It's
language
okay.
people
There's
like
no
to
dial.
do.
There's no manual adjustment. Otherwise, I would have had you find it out during the attunement phase.
It's just a taunt in Dwarven.
Hot enough for you. I'm sorry, do you need a coat, you wee namby-pamby knife-ear fuck?
That was a good one.
Oh, that fucking one, The Return of Yours, like... I'll play you a nice fucking tune at your funeral before I piss on your grandma! Did you insult my grandmother? Sorry, didn't mean to be rude. Hello, how are you? He said he beat me up. That's not a crime. It should be, though. Fuck it, I'm the king. It is.
That's the spirit.
Good dwarving. Anyway, Vernon. Or not Vernon,
Yes.
Azure.
Oh.
Hello.
You want to roll those dice?
Hey.
Not bad for disadvantage and -1.
I just
That's
love how
pretty
he's
good.
shitting himself in a tree here. Probably had Jenny help him up, because he's so fucking wrecked. He's moving at half pace, don't forget. It was a long time to crawl up there. Probably with a big block of ice in his hands as well.
Mm-hmm.
Using a block of ice as a pillow.
I mean,
As you scan,
hello?
as
Question mark?
you scan around you, you do notice something. This one more to the southeast, round about here-ish, but it's a sort of vague area. So round about here. It's daylight, bright light, not a lot of shadow, but you can see there is a brighter light source moving, just left sometimes, right, a bit closer, a bit further away in the trees.
So it's more or less like rotating in its own general area. It's not getting closer, per se.
Sometimes it does, but it's very erratic. You also notice it's one of the smoke trails, and you're noticing
Oh.
there is fire emerging
Oh.
around it.
Oh no!
But because everything on this island has been touched by the fire plane, not as much as you'd think. It's not really spreading. There's just a few small explosions in the distance of the trees, sometimes bursting their bark, but it doesn't become a huge conflagration, which is good. Otherwise, it would be like Australia in the summer.
Except with explosions.
No, they
I'm
get
sure
that
they
too.
have explosions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this looks more or less like there's a source of light that is
There is something that seems to be moving in an erratic way that is just causing fire.
oh boy.
So those dark
And we-
vandals again.
We saw something doing that already, right?
You
Like
did not
other
see
pillars of
that
smoke?
specifically. You saw smoke trails, but they were too far in the distance. This one seems to have gotten closer.
So if we assume it's the same thing,
Yes.
then that means that there's a lot of whatever this is. At least more than one.
Possibly. Again, from looking at smoke trails, it is hard to identify their exact source to see, is this a campfire? Or is this a bonfire,
True.
At this distance, it's just one spire of black.
Oh, that's fun.
And then you clamber down, high-five the next person. Probably miss because you're so exhausted.
Instead of an actual high five, just kind of fall into it and down to the ground immediately.
She's like- No,
Someone
tag
just grabs you
burn
by
and
the
burn it
horns
with
and twists your
fish.
head so you don't choke.
Oh, make sure it doesn't throw up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
Oh man, that would make party time with the tiefling girls way easier. You don't have to hold the hair back, you just grab the horn. So we don't get face full of our own vomit.
Mm.
Alright, next watch. I suppose rainy.
Yeah, I'll take the next one. Let's see. This set of sailors.
Indeed.
Nope.
You're a bit distracted because Scuttles keeps trying to get up, but he can't force his way through the big fronds just yet. Not without potential risk. Because he is also aware of it. If you break these trees, it's bad. And he doesn't want that. But it's an entertaining show. And you glance around at the smoke spires and all. It's not anywhere nearby, so, seems okay.
Well, that's good. I'll make sure to pass on that information to whoever's next, if there is a next.
I'm
Vernon.
the last one. What could go wrong here?
What could go wrong indeed? Roll it. It's fine.
Yeah.
By the time you're getting down, Lefantfish is waking up.
My buddy.
Oh. No. Loud.
How was the drink?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Really
made some
hit
good
spot good. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's warm. He just stretches out again.
Well, do you think you're gonna wake up, you know, some water or something?
Big reptilian tongue just slaking around the mouth. Yes, dry.
Where do I get water from?
I make water.
Oh yeah.
Is easy. Where's my twig? Yes, this does. He rips a twig off from one of the nearby trees. There is just a poof of explosion around it, but he puts his hand away too quickly. He gives it a few taps and shakes. You can see as he's just rubbing it around for a bit to get some of the branches off, there's little ignitions of fire along it. Yes, this does. Water will go everywhere, so head up, mouth open.
Yes. I'm get ready.
By this point, you guys are awake as well. So you've got everything you need. Everything's back.
Hell yeah.
You've got up to half of your hit dice back.
Yay.
Rage again.
All those spell slots, yep, and your rage.
Ah, the spell slots. Thank God.
All your sorcery points.
Yay.
God, my mind went somewhere.
And just for convenience sake, since it was warm and invigorating, both stacks of exhaustion are gone.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
I have -2 exhaustion. What does that do?
You're full of extra vim and vigor.
Well, did you ever
Run
see
3
that episode of
miles.
Futurama where Fry drinks a lot of coffee?
I think
You're in the
I
early
think I
stages where they have to keep animating you shivering and twitching.
got-
It's not too bad yet, but you wouldn't be allowed to sign someone's name.
Right. I'm just gonna make sure the mud doesn't shake off.
Is Vernon ready to just drink water from the twig when he casts create water?
Fuck yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Need some of that shit.
It's
Okay,
cold, too.
My brain went somewhere dirty. Jinya just wakes up and sees Vernon like kneeling in front of the fanfish.
Yeah,
Yep,
Round
Lefanfish
the
got his back to him as he's rubbing his twig. You see a lot of arm movement. Must make sure is good for this.
Lots of water, senpai.
Don't
Oh,
ever call me that. My name is Lefanfish. Senpai is someone else. I don't know who. Not me.
Yes, sir.
So, everyone want water?
But not like that.
Sure.
Alright, group up. I get to
This
do this
competition
once
is you
and
can-
no one has bowls.
Whoever catches the most wins a prize. Eat some of that fucking blood from those fish.
I will just. Oh God! I'll just cup my hands under the stick. Oh, that sounds really cute.
What?
He's wanting to use his hands as a bowl instead of
Okay.
the mouth.
I heard cut with a
It's too
stick for some reason. Okay, cupped. And above your heads appears quite a lot of water. 10 gallons. So you were all soaked through completely. You've probably got about a mouthful and a half, and there's a brief moment when you all stop breathing.
It's worth it.
So, you know, you're awake. You are definitely all awake. And hydrated. Lefanfish also marched in to sort of get into a group hug situation so we could get a share.
shouldn't be huddling for warmth in the fucking like, Sahara.
Well, no, it's the fact that he can only make it, over a certain amount.
Yeah.
Or, over a certain area. So, what do?
Let's go back to those silk guys and get some of the silk.
Hmm? What?
The spider web, not silk. Sorry, I'm
That's
too high end.
what the captain was for.
Well, if it's still alive.
Yeah,
Or
you
if it
just
didn't
kind of
run
left
away.
it there.
Yeah, I thought, yeah. It's probably run away.
Probably could have done with a cure wounds on it.
Or yeah, if it's dead, at least we get the silk that it has on it.
Alright. So you head back. It is still there. Although, it's got a bit of a hole in its side from where a bunch of crabs have been picking at it.
Yeah.
They're pretty big fuckers as well. Like, each body portion is bigger than a fist.
Probably be good eating.
Probably chase them off. Probably do something to stop them eating your captive cave fisher.
Let's go catch some of them so we can eat them.
Well, how?
Yeah.
With my hands.
I am going to point out, all of you are naked apart from Rainy, who is only half
I have
naked.
shoes. I have shoes.
Yes, you have your stiletto heels. So I would be careful engaging in a crab battle, or it could become a circumstantial operation.
What if I use some mud and tuck it back?
Just a mud pack to wedge it in.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's doing, and you can all see him do it.
I
He's just slapping lumps of mud onto his crotch and patting it down into a solid mass.
Would go like that.
Did you just make a mud cod piece?
Yep, it's a mud
Yeah.
pouch.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let him do his thing. I don't wanna touch that one.
Same.
I may be very awake from having water forcibly magicked down my throat, but still too early for this. I'm good.
The fanfish just grabs one and bites it in two. You see him gradually just push out all the splintered bits of shell out with his tongue, and then just keeps gnawing. Weird is almost cooked, but not. Is hot.
Like half cooked crabs.
Hey, crab for breakfast. It's pretty high end, right?
Like you pull them out of the pot as they're still kind of clicking, but not
As they,
quite.
yeah, you pull them out when they're still able to start moving again.
That's fucked up.
Yes.
That's still fucked up.
When you've only mostly killed them.
Like, I like my crab rare, super rare.
Yeah.
So are you gonna do something for fuck's sake?
Let's kill these crabs. Hit them with the stick.
Oh,
No, that's PO, I think.
Yeah, probably lost sound again. Happens.
She was muted for a while.
She probably just didn't want to make comments about the mud pouch.
Yeah, I didn't think it would go like that.
Did you not? Because that was the first thing you suggested.
I was just throwing out ideas. It was spitballing.
Your one and only idea was, I want to put mud on to keep it tucked in.
Well, it was the first thing you pointed out that was going to be a problem. I had a solution.
Solution is a question mark. What were you saying, Caden?
The spider thingy is the kingfisher still alive, right?
Yeah, it seems to be in great pain as well.
Maybe they'd produce more web. Who knows?
I'll just be like, Vernon, scare the crab away.
I'm gonna hit it with a fucking anchor.
And
Alright.
I will cast Cure Wounds on the Kingfisher.
Alrighty, the cave fisher is stabilized and will not die at this point.
That's good.
Its side doesn't quite heal over, but it stops bleeding and it's like, just like the meat around its seals.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it back to full health. I just want to keep him on life support,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Just let it
I
know
hope
it
it wasn't
needs
a-
us.
I hope there wasn't a crab still in there.
Looks like Discord is fucking up for Pio, because she's at least still a presence. Hang on.
I don't know. I had quite a few Discord updates the last couple of days, so
Yeah.
Might as well ask the question.
I last updated it was I think 3 or 4 days ago.
Doop-doo. So yeah, you chase off the crabs.
Yeah.
The fanfish sucking out the legs of the one he killed.
Can I try to smash one of them at least to get breakfast out of it?
Yeah, roll me an attack.
I'm gonna reckless attack this motherfucker. Wow, that was
You
nice.
needed to.
Yeah, jeez.
he was that hungry. He's like, "Nah, fuck this."
But you know what? Some of them are going to try and get an attack on you.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
And they pinch, but they just can't get the strength on them.
There's too much mud in the way.
Well, also corded muscle. You're pretty tough. You
Yeah.
just can't get in and dig. So yeah, you bat a few away and you just smash one.
I'll just punt some of those guys attacking me. It's all good. There's breakfast.
Yeah, and what do you see when it's cracked open like that, not inside the fanfish's mouth? That's raw. That is raw crab.
Maybe we should consider cooking it at some point.
The fanfish shrugs. Continue sucking out the rest of the legs.
Alright, so do you know how long it will take for you to make these strings into bows?
Is living good? Injured not good. Don't need to worry there, actually. Could keep drawing out. I could find good wood for this, so unless you find me something better. Finished by end of day.
That's one bow or two bows?
2 if you find me good, better wood than what is in forest. These
I know a
trees,
place
wrong
to find
trees.
Yeah, they explode.
Branches shitty. I could also do some protection. You all need that, yes. Yes.
No, but I would like a bigger stick.
You... He just eyes the mud pouch. Probably, I do not know your mating ways. Oh, she's back. Can you hear us, Pio?
Yes, I can.
All you've missed out on is Vernon eventually hitting a crab.
Yes.
These guys
Oh.
have been very slow to act.
All right, so it hasn't been so we had decided not to capture any.
I hit one, but it's still raw.
The fanfish ate one, Ginny chased off the rest, and then slightly healed the cave fisher. Because you need
Alright.
alive. And the
Yeah.
fanfish is explaining that, as it stands, he could finish a bow in a day because of the shitty wood around him. But he could also make some armor. But if you find him better wood, he could finish two bows in a day.
So finding, I don't know.
I don't know where we're gonna find better wood.
I mean, if we keep heading west, maybe we'll stumble across something.
Now, if we find better wood, is it just transferring the oh my god, what is the word? The bowstring to better wood.
It would just make a good bow. Like, the problem is, all of his stuff is flame touched.
I
So,
think for now,
the trees in general are pretty brittle. They're not flexible. On the bright side, if you roll a 1, the bow could explode. Now, well, maybe.
You should find some better wood.
Oh, that'd be good. Nah, I won't do that.
should
But it'll make a normal bow, but it'll just take him longer because he's got to really sort through this shit.
Yeah.
have a makeup and then hopefully we find something better.
Let's see now. As you're talking, he starts to draw silk out of the cave fisher, binding it in more unusual ways before strapping it on as a backpack. I can work when moving. Also, you have spears I can make better. He just takes one of the spears, snaps off the end, and then smooths it out. You'll now have javelin. Good luck.
Oh.
Was back heavy. Now we'll throw.
So, in that case, we have a general direction of west. On top of the fact that we can still find the object.
As he looks out the horizon.
Beyond that, I don't know. We're gonna have to.
What are you looking for?
There was a large shaft into the sky, and we, as one of the very few landmarks we were able to find, that's where we were going to head to.
Oh, you are like that.
We were hoping to figure out what was there.
I did not think you were a religious type looking for a shaft in the sky.
Religious?
Well, you think angel come down there, yes?
No.
Not shaft of light, then.
No.
Right.
Giant wooden shaft.
Okay, this is good, that's more real. You look uncomfortable when talking about it.
So, turns, look to the rest of the group.
Jimmy's gonna point at Vernon's codpiece and be like, the thing that's underneath all that mud, we're looking for a big one of those.
Much bigger.
This-
much
that-
bigger.
So
This
much
tiny.
worse.
And Lefanfish just pointed to Azur.
That, okay.
Done.
No. We're not.
Your journey is over.
No.
Oh, that is tail, sorry.
Oh boy.
We're looking for a giant wooden penis
A
that
what?
we saw.
A what?
Yeah. Look. Didn't hear you.
I said penis.
Can you enunciate? I can't really. You're like.
No, I understand what he says.
As strange as it is, we saw one that way. I'm just gonna point.
That is also where truth went, so good.
Yes. So, head that way. Try to find our other crewmates, since we know at least one of them is that way. And while we're there, we can also try to look to see if, well, what the heck that thing is.
So you're saying truth might be with the penis?
All right.
I like that one. Come
That's
on,
Jenny
guys.
that did that. Just remember,
Okay,
it was
Jenny,
Caden who
start
was doing
marching.
this.
Lead the way, Jenny.
So we're heading west.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eyes on the prize.
It's a lot of hours of travel. But you
Did we
can see...
wanna
Hmm?
head towards the? Did we want to head towards the penis or kind of stay within the trees?
I mean, it's cooler on the beach, and this way we should travel. We'll have a good sight on anything coming up
It's
on
kind
us.
of easier traveling as well.
Yeah.
But also way more open. Some sort of decision should probably be made.
I'm beach. I'm voting for beach.
That's fun.
I'd say beach as well.
Pio, Jenny?
I'm fine with the beach.
Yeah.
There we go then. You go beach. So it's easier traveling. Still a lot of walking. And doesn't take too long before it comes into view in a regular way. No more are you having to peer over treetops for it. You can just see this big dick in the sky.
Is there a? Are we close enough that we can try and figure out how tall it actually is?
It's at this point, from what you can see of what's attached to it, it's definitely looking like a mast. Or a really rough to sit on crow's nest. On the plus side, the sailor bear probably wouldn't fall off even in a storm.
But we can't see the. Is it still attached to the ship?
Yeah, you can see that there is, well, at least, you can see this mast, but you can also see behind it now a couple of broken masts nowhere near as tall.
Right.
There are ships in that direction.
Does it look like the ship that we were on, or has it been here longer than we have?
You weren't on the Blessed Breeze for a long time, but you did not notice it had a dick on it. Simon carved a few things for it, including a version of Cyril that holds down the barrels in the hold, and of course the beautiful front piece. But he did not carve a dick on it.
Just the people on board. They were the dicks.
Does it look like it's been here for a while?
It's still pretty distant to get that kind of detail on it. Like, it's more silhouette.
Not to mention the question of has it been here longer than us is almost a guaranteed yes.
Yeah.
We've been here for 48 hours.
We would have seen this happen.
Hmm.
Plus, I
That
mean,
is
did you say there were multiple ships out there? It looked like, or just like multiple masts on one ship?
hard to tell at this distance.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's just one ship and not like a ship graveyard, because then we might have already destroyed Chicago's ship.
That is weird. Lefanfish turns around and you can all see the sun rising.
Huh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh well. So, which one needs armor?
Depends on what you can make it out of.
As he just jabs a finger at the cave fisher. He's dragging the two corpses as well.
This guy's strong as hell.
Well, they're dead,
Wait.
so we're not struggling.
He's got the kingfisher that we captured in tow, plus the other two.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Maybe I
he's
should
just
help
dragging
carry
them. He's
one
not.
of these.
He's not carrying anything else.
Yeah, I can help drag one of them if that's.
So, is it for cat or bump cat? You look
I'll
too.
take-
As he points at Azor, you look too skinny for armor.
Yes, but if you're able to, do get a piece of leather in from this creature, or would we need to kill something else?
Yes, these no good for leather. No.
Alright, I need a small strip of leather, and I will be perfectly fine as far as armor goes.
I'm just picturing they catch a rat, hollow it out, and he just sticks it in.
Oh God. Ugh.
The material component for mage armor is it just says a piece of cured leather. It doesn't specify a size.
The
So I
cured
just
would be
need,
tricky. Yeah, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
wouldn't be big anyway.
so imagine just like a leather strip would be fine, so long as I've got it's cured, which will be interesting to see if he can do.
Yeah.
Well, there are ways to cure it. It's a bit tricky, time consuming. As I found out when I was using Malico. The juices inside a creature can in fact be used to cure its own hide.
Neat.
Uh-huh.
The problem is you wind up with this horrific soup of brain goo and fats.
Oh, it is disgusting.
Fun.
Ugh.
Smells better than the chemicals I use at least, but that's about it.
And it's like you can like rub it on with a paintbrush. It's like painting. It's great.
It's also
Sorry.
nowhere near as good a job, but you know, it works. Because that was the fun thing. Malico was cooking dinner while he had that mug sitting nearby. I'd thought about the idea of it being the target of a drunken lotus. Just accidentally drink it down. Also, another thing you notice is along the beach there are tracks and shapes. Familiar looking ones, because you've got the sort of rounded head, you've got the broad shoulders, and then you've got 3 limbs coming down from the bottom. Oh, that's just the lizards. There's 2 of them.
Ah.
You see the tracks going one way then another, and then eventually they split off and go into the tree line. Yes, is truth. She has pretty feet. Does not fall
You're
down.
so smart. Oh, yeah.
No ugly claws, no terrible scales, no disease.
Should we go find her, or should we wait
We
for
are.
her back?
Yes.
And
I would
then you
imagine
do. It takes only another 10 feet or so before you realize that's not a fin tree. That's a lizard's back.
Let's go.
Well, all right then.
Yes, she rejected me, you say hello. I am still bitter, as you can see. No expression.
Yeah. It's okay. At least you can make water.
I can do many things she does not appreciate.
I bet.
And as you get up closer, you can see that she's not noticing because she's eating.
Can we tell what she's eating?
Looks like a lobster.
Mm.
But it's 4 foot long.
Yeah, it's a big ass lobster.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just, I guess, call out to her and say,
Yeah, just say hello.
His cat... His horn... Hello.
Hello. How are you?
She looks to the fanfish, waves him over. They chatter a bit in Draconic. Anyone understand that?
Don't think so.
Nope.
She is forgetting words now. It's fine, she will remember soon. So I am talking here. She says hello. Where is boat?
No clue.
Do you need new boat?
hope not.
Probably.
She found boats.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
I assume that way then.
Oh. Yes, that is that way. She is surprised you know. Do you need her with you now?
Might as well get the group together.
Well, actually, is she in a good enough fight? I look at the lobster, and probably. And
When her face is down in the lobster, the fanfish is shaking his head. When she brings it back up, he's just standing there. She is mainly a hunter.
She could hide in the back, and that could still be useful.
Not everything requires great hunter to kill.
Is she, at the very least, would she be able to help you expedite the process of making the bows?
She has lovely feet, hands. No. No. I have thought of putting myself in those hands, and I feel danger.
We don't get the sense that he's just trying to avoid being around her right now, do we?
I don't know, insight check. You cannot get a read at all on this lizard. Humans are a lot easier, cats even easier. There's a lot of things with tell expressions. Him, it's just a blank slate. She will follow when meal is done.
That's good. She can kind of stay in contact, but not in the front of the fight when we need something.
Yeah, at the very least, we want to make sure that she's capable of being reached should we find a ship that's serviceable and have a means off of the island.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she says there are people there now.
There are people.
Our people?
People, yeah.
Just shrugs. Doesn't even look back at you guys.
I doubt it's our people.
Well, we can still go and see.
Maybe they're friendly.
Yes. And as you continue onwards, the grass, the sand, all fades away at the moment and it just becomes hard, hot rock. Not to burning point, but it's getting close. You don't want to keep a foot in place for too long. Are you just going to walk up to this place?
Something tells me that would be a really dumb idea.
I'm just putting it forth because some parties forget about stealth.
I mean, can we tell? Are they doing anything right now? Are they like getting ready the ship for leaving?
I don't even think we can see
What you
them
can
at
see
this
as you get
point.
closer is where you're standing on, the boats are definitely lower than that because you're only seeing a couple of masts. But from a guess, you'd say there's probably about 3 or 4 ships at this point. The deck is the biggest one.
Definitely stealth and get closer. See if we can't find anything.
Yep.
Well, the fanfish does not open well. Ginny's in his element, though.
I'm back.
Mind you, the fanfish has an excuse. He's carrying all those cave fishers.
Nope.
Am I supposed to be sneaking?
Yes.
Well, that
Yep.
was the idea.
I got it.
Nice. And yes. You're not quite where the tokens are. You're a bit further back. But, yeah, hang on. See it? I clicked reveal. I clicked reveal. Game. Yeah, okay. Now it's revealing. What you behold is quite a lot of things. You can see, basically, a river valley. There are multiple shipwrecks here. A couple of boats have been smashed apart. None of them at this cursory glance look seaworthy. You can also see, on the opposite side, a party of Vakuatoa and one of their gelatinous friends. And further to the north, you can see that one of the ships has a couple of naked men atop it. They are bronze-skinned, muscle-bound, and tattooed heavily. Considering your
Are
crew you
they-
bought, they are not yours.
Ah,
They also seem to have fashioned a few bits and pieces of weaponry. Mainly sharp sticks.
Do they look like they're getting ready to defend themselves against the?
They don't look like they have a clue. They are just rummaging around, prying boards off.
Are the fishy men heading towards them?
They are heading towards them, but not in a focused way. It just looks like they're marching. You can also pick up, for you, Ginny, a little bit of that same weird rise and fall of tone.
Oh, okay. Was this the direction the sound was coming from?
Nope.
When I did my watch? Okay.
It was not. Oh yeah, I need to pull out, just in case you want to make use of them at some point. There we go. Nice generic lizard folk token. And get the rolls back on.
Should we help out sailor friends?
I mean,
The stealth didn't go so well, so maybe we should just call it to them and warn them. That could also distract the Kuatoa.
Well, they don't seem to notice you.
Fuck it, let's just try to make our way quickly across and just get to them before the Kuatoa do, or at least meet them halfway.
Is the distance
Yeah, it's one. Yeah.
that's one.
It's the correct distance. It's just the Roll20 squares are smaller, because if I went with by those actual squares, it'd be a bit cramped, honestly.
Hmm. Yeah, these would be tiny little ships.
Yeah.
Is the ship with the pirate sail, is that like, is it just run aground? Because it looks pretty intact.
There's one hole like right here I can see.
Also,
one
you can see the
somewhere.
name of it. It does have a nameplate. That is the Dick ship. And the name is the good ship Venus. What's the
Check.
passive perceptions of the party right now?
I am not. the
Probably
highest, I can
joined with
say
the
that.
Rangers.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 passive.
Yep. Okay. You two do notice. The Kuatoa aren't. They're armed as well, but they do have something slung over their shoulders on a couple of them. This one is carrying a large wooden arm. And this one, slung over his shoulder, it's hard to tell at first. It's, again, something else large made of wood. It looks like it's a beard.
A beard?
And before these two pass out of sight, they were carrying together a large saw. Yeah, it looks like it was a carved beard.
Are they just taking stuff off the ships? You said one of them had a large saw, right?
Yeah, two of them are carrying one of those huge saws.
Do any of these ships look like a piece was sawed off?
From your position, you can't really see, funnily enough. Like, the boats, generally, despite being wrecks, seem intact in a way. Doesn't look like they've been hacked apart. They've just been smashed. Although you can see, on this one in particular, pretty big dents in the hull. From that piece, you can see 3 on the side you're on. Spaced out like so.
I think I'm gonna start moving up this shoreline right here that we're on.
Do I wait?
Probably.
Probably.
As Lefanfish just walks up to you. One of you. Oh, I forgot. Let's remove that one.
Yep.
Who's
Can
that?
I... That was machine.
Do I
Can I-
stay? Do you need me?
You keep working on those bows.
Alright.
Can I get up to the deck on this ship
Yeah.
and take a look at it? Was it made by like from running aground? Was it a cannonball that hit it?
Oh, no, no.
Yeah.
These dents run from the top to the bottom.
Maybe
These are
some gravity,
big.
maybe.
These are big columns of imprints on them.
Shit. Okay.
Some gravity for sure.
Wait, you said there were 3? Were they evenly spaced out?
Pretty evenly spaced, yeah.
Like fingers grabbing a bottle?
Something like that.
Fuck me. Okay.
Oh.
From here, am I like same level as the deck, or
Where you are, you're below. From here, you're slightly above it. From here, you're well below it.
does it look like there's another imprint on the other side?
It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, it seems like around here. There is just
Okay.
one.
Great. Oh,
Like a thumb.
Yeah, like a
Yes.
thumb.
I'm just gonna keep heading north.
I just imagine his tail droops at that.
How hard is it to get down here?
Pretty easy. Quietly, on the other
Okay.
hand, is a different matter. Dexterity, motherfucker.
Just straight decks?
Yeah, just straight dex. Unless you've got acrobatics.
Uh,
Never mind.
I
Doesn't
do
matter.
not, so it's the same.
Yeah, doesn't matter. You make it down quietly enough. Didn't really matter for the Mudman, because he's naturally coated against soundproofing.
Mhm.
And
And I have
the
climb
Baxi have climb speeds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This
Well,
stuff went pretty well.
The Mudman has a climb speed too, thanks to them stilettos.
Yeah, but he's left a smear on the wall.
It's fine. It'll wash off.
So it's safe to say Vernon leaves
Ha-
skid marks.
Yep, stop right there. Now, here, that you're at the front of the ship, you can see the figurehead has been defaced. It is a dwarf with his hands out wide, and his beard has been shorn off.
Those motherfuckers.
They shaved a dwarf's beard.
It looks
There's
like
the
it
other
was
one right
very
there.
roughly done with a saw.
Mm.
Do they just not like dwarves? Is that the theme we're going with here?
Well,
I think that's more coincidence. They're gathering something, but at this point,
Oh yeah, also you'd see the nameplate. That ship is the Rumbelly.
That's a nice name.
The
I like
figurehead
it.
is quite rotund, but he's a dwarf as well, so, you know.
yeah.
He probably looked jolly before they hacked away most of his face. Now it's got that weird concave effect.
yeah, it probably wouldn't look very jolly if most of my face was carved off.
Yeah.
Rumbel is a nice pub name. I like it.
Might be a pub name as well.
I wonder where the easiest place to get across would be.
Swimming.
But like, what's the
Swimming.
shortest path?
Maybe to here and then up to the mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, we could probably climb up. it
With
there.
your climb speed, just climb around this.
And then do like a swan dive off the front and land somewhere over here.
Swan dive or just on this wall. Since you can literally cling to the side of walls.
The fishmen are still
They're
back by
moving
the
a lot. They're like halfway there.
No, I just had to move them
Can
because I haven't
the-
moved them for a while.
Can the sailors see us?
They're not looking your way. Like, you guys are moving in quietly and low.
I don't
Should
know
try-
that we know. I don't think we should.
I think based on the fact that the Kuotoa were like carving up parts of a figurehead, I think
There's
maybe
no
they're
way they
working
wouldn't
on-
have noticed. Yeah.
Also, judging from here, yeah. Vernon, you can get a sight on this one on the Venus.
Hmm.
It still has a mostly intact figurehead. It's a weird one as well. It's a bed pressed up against the hull itself, and there's a woman half asleep on it.
Huh.
Left boob is missing.
Of course.
Does it look like it's sawed off too?
Yes. And also, you can see this one also... yeah, this one also has the dents. Although this one only has one dent on this side. And you can see that there are 4 dents here.
Should we see if the fishy men and the sailors interact with each other?
We should definitely wait, yes.
And if they attack the sailors, we should rush in to help.
I'm okay with that. I will just hide over here by the boat.
This rock.
We're within reaching distance of the water, right?
Yeah, water's right there.
I stick my hand out in it. How warm is it right here?
Pretty warm. But, you know, not as warm as the waterfall or the pool. It's just,
Okay.
you know, above room temperature.
Well, using that, I will use my once a day armor of Agathis, since there's water in front of me.
Yep. Does Armor of Agathis have somatic? Or verbal, I mean.
It does. Did not think of that. Oh.
I mean, if you're quiet enough.
There's a reason the metamagic subtle spell exists. It's because using spells is actually kind of loud. Unless, of course, your ability just says, you know, you can use it with no components. As sometimes occurs.
Let me look it up.
So whatever rest of you intending to do, just watch and wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a good vantage point on this rock so I can maybe leap off into the water, if need be.
Is that rock big enough to hide behind?
Looks like it.
Because if it is, I'll hide there too.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to be starting initiative.
All right.
It does nothing of component.
Okay.
Not needing components.
I'm so sick and tired of getting good initiatives.
It's so terrible, isn't it? To always go first.
I want to go first. I
To
want
have
somebody else to make
decisions that
decisions.
matter.
I want somebody else to make the decisions, then I can just follow along and do that shit.
Gonna be one of those days.
Scuttle's popping off.
Scuttle's a quick one.
Yeah.
Think that just leaves Azure?
I did already roll
Alright,
Guess
I'll
it
just add you.
the 10.
I think you clicked it before the turn order was up.
You don't have to wait for the turn order.
But he does have to be active on the token. It probably didn't work there. So 10 for Azure. Vernon's not on the list either.
Oh,
Hang on, I'll add you.
Alright.
What's your initiative?
it was a 21.
But yes, we're starting with a surprise round. Vernon and Ginny, as you sit upon that rock, things come out from the water around you.
Uh-oh.
Ginny, they're familiar in style. So let's see, 3 for Ginny, 2 for Vernon. I believe all those hit Ginny.
Ouch!
Although, I'll give you partial cover, so +2.
My armor class is 14.
They all hit.
So- oh god. Alright, it's not the worst they could have done. I mean,
And both miss Vernon, I think.
yeah, those both miss.
And from the water, bringing their heads up above. Let's see. Sahagwin.
Uh-oh.
The hideous shark men of the deep.
So Hogan.
The clattering and spiking of their spears on the stone alerts the rest. The three dudes on the ship deck panic. They just draw whatever sticks they've got. There is noise from the Kuatoa, but they're out of sight right now. Also, gotta fix this here. So let's see here. We start with them. Ginny. You just got spiked.
Would it be Vernon?
Should it? Oh, yeah. No, because it's
Should be
surprise
try-
round.
Yeah, it would have been Scubbles first
And
anyway.
there's awkward ways to do surprise rounds. I just run it like this.
Yeah.
Because they got their turn.
If they're gonna hit me, I'm gonna hit them. So bring out the sling. I guess I can. Can I see all three of them?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, they get to see you.
just kind of. I'll just go for this one. And I'll blow on the rock.
That's a hit. Is that your extra psychic damage there?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You shred him with that. As it whacks into him, it lodges in an eye. He is bleeding quite profusely, his foul ichor.
That's all I can do. I will. No, I'll stay here.
Alright. Kuatoa turn. They continue to sing. They might
Is it
see
like
the dudes on the deck, but...
Of Hi-Ho?
What?
Is it the fish version of Hi-Ho from the Seven Dwarves?
It's along that sort of line, but way out of tune. And also copyright free. Fight me, Disney. But they seem to be ignoring what's going on right now. Azure.
Do we get the impression that they heard?
Well, it seems
I
likely.
mean,
The dudes on the
yeah.
deck heard. You'd assume the Kuatoa also would.
Did the sailors on the deck react in any way?
Yeah, they all drew their sharpened sticks. That's kind of all they've got.
Can't really tell if they're going to be aggressive towards us or.
Well, their turn hasn't come up yet.
That's my turn.
So, a horny one.
Yeah.
Incidentally, Ginny, you'd know these. These look like your bog standard Sahagwin.
Okay.
They don't seem like they're changed by the island.
I'm gonna move a little bit over just to get a better line of sight. I'm gonna chuck an ice knife at the one in the middle. This one here. For 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, easy hit.
That's pitiful force damage.
Yeah,
Or piercing
but
damage.
neither of them succeed. So he takes the 4 and is very nearly dead. This one is slightly scathed.
That was so close to minimum damage.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
It was a good attack roll, though.
And I will use the rest of my movement to move 5.
You did get your armor of Agathis off, by the way.
Oh, good. Okay, that makes me a little less intimidated to get in too close. I'm just gonna inch a little bit forward, not getting too close in now.
These guys There are some yells between them. Let's see. Yeah, you guys would understand this here. It basically amounts to, let's get the fuck out of here. With the adjoining voices of, I concur, and bravo, good idea.
They did not say concur.
No, they did not. They said, let's get the fuck out. Fucking right. I'm out.
Maybe we should call out to them now. I don't know.
Then they see the fish. And they are running even further. Rainy. Also, of course, because they're naked men running.
Oh man.
That's why you gotta get a cod
A
piece.
second.
You gotta get a cod piece.
But you know what's running away there, Azur? Human liver.
Nope. Mm-mm,
You just
not
need a
doing
little
that.
bit.
Nope.
You could just, like, cure a finger.
Mm-mm.
Or a toe. So what are you up to, Rainy?
Doing what I usually do.
Throw rocks.
Throw rocks.
Aerodynamically flawed rocks.
Yeah.
Also, Jenny, oh, you're using basic ranger, aren't you? So you don't get any bonus damage.
Rock.
No.
Yeah. Because I remember he's being your favorite enemy. That's a clear hit.
Alright.
You're within 20, yeah? Oh,
30.
30.
Should I roll again?
Yeah, sadly.
Alright, I have to retool the thing though.
Still a hit. For a hefty 5 damage, as your rock, just aerodynamically flawed as it is, just sails through the air and splats on his head, pushing out the weird force pellet in his eye, along with the eye. His head is mostly concave now. He'll fight, but not with any degree of skill, or memory, or personality.
Well, he clearly wasn't using his brain anyway.
Did she just give a Sahuagin a lobotomy with a rock?
It's pretty much ego death.
Yep.
Anything else from you?
Nope.
First mate Scuttles.
Wait a minute. If they're bog standard Sahuagin, then this water should be safe to go into.
How was the temperature when Azure made the armor?
Like I said, it was above room temperature.
And crab dodges. That's crab turn.
Okay. Vernon.
Well, I mean, above room temperature doesn't sound all that bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Swimmable.
Let's see.
See, if you were going to do a power play here for intimidation, you'd rip off your mud cod piece and throw it at them.
Oh God.
I was
However,
thinking-
it could also be an involuntary wax job.
Okay, well, I was thinking I was gonna. I want to just try to just grab onto this ship here and just walk along the side. But how is this gonna be a problem? This big open thing right here.
No.
Okay. So that means I
So-
can get my 20-foot climbing speeds right here, yeah?
Yeah,
And
you
hit
hop
the guy?
across, clasping hands with the dwarf's outstretched one.
Good thing that one's still attached.
Oh, he's got both hands. He just doesn't have a face.
Well, one of the fish were carrying an arm, you said, right?
Yep.
Probably not.
Okay. Alright, and I can get to here, and I will rage, first of all. That sounds like a good idea.
As you clop your way along in your stiletto heels, standing sideways against the hull of a boat.
It's a sideways catwalk. And I'm going to go ahead and use the stick on the Sahuagin right here in front of me.
It's a fucking horrific thing to see.
That sucks.
Because he's also, don't forget, he's also got the packed-in mud cod piece.
Okay, it's like a fashion show.
And you really hope that's a muddy ass crack. So you weren't, man, you could have gone reckless there, but too late now.
Yeah, I just figured there might be more, so I didn't want to risk it.
So instead, they're going to get shanking. These guys, yeah, they don't care about the crab. So up they get onto the rock, Ginny. And since you're hurt, they get advantage on you. Because they taste the blood in the air.
Those motherfuckers.
They also have multi-attack, so this is going to be hellish. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh.
That's 3 hits.
Yes.
Well, 3, 6, 3.
Okay.
It could have been a lot worse.
Could have been so much worse.
Vernon, you're fine, yeah? You haven't been injured?
Yeah, I'm full health. Well,
Not anymore.
wow,
Wow.
3 hits.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
9, 18, 20 damage. I bet you're wishing you were raging first.
I did rage.
Oh, did you rage, Payman? 10 damage. Nice.
Yep.
But they're just poking holes against you right now.
It hurts. A little bit. Not gonna
As
lie.
you look across, it could have been worse. You could have been Ginny, who's looking like a fucking pincushion.
Yeah, should we yell at those sailors, by the way? I think that might be a good idea.
And then this guy. This guy's a disadvantage because he's fucked. Does a 15 hit?
The crab?
Yep.
Yes.
He manages 4 in his brief flash of life. You could yell out at the sailors on your turn, yeah. Ginny, these guys are frothingly mad. They have the bloodlust.
I put rock punch on my character sheet.
Pardon?
No, I'm just trying to figure out why I put rock punch on here.
Block punch?
I'll just rock punch. I don't know why. I'll just attack with the claws. Is this the one that's pretty injured?
Nah, well, yeah. This one was hurt a little bit. But only one of them is truly fucked at the moment.
Which one?
The one fighting the crab is absolutely fucked. The one right above you is a little injured.
I don't want to.
Directly above you.
Okay, yeah, I'll just attack that one with my claws.
14 hits. So you do 1 damage. You do a minimum of 1 damage.
Oh wow!
That is
I
unfortunate.
didn't see that.
This is not a team of flex right now.
No.
Anything else you want to do, Ginny?
If I leave, they're probably gonna.
You
attack
probably
me
would have been
anyway.
better off using the sling at disadvantage.
Yeah, I probably would have been. Oh well.
Alright, fishmen time. As they ignore the sailors. Still chanting. And they converge on the good ship Venus's figurehead. Let's see. Only Scuttles is really in position, sort of, to see. You think she might lose the other tit. But he can't convey that through emotions. He's but a crab.
Snip, snip, click, click, clack.
He basically just points at Rainey and then just does a snip. Azure. Ginny, you don't look good.
Yeah.
Vernon, you just wish you didn't see. You just saw that parting ass heel stepping around the corner of the hull. At that angle, it looked like it was smiling.
I'm gonna get. I don't think I can fit them.
Are you trying to Thunder Wave? No.
Yeah, I can't get them both. That's unfortunate.
You should just commit to
Also-
hitting Ginny.
I mean, I could,
Get both of them.
but fucking Ginny's gonna die. Um,
I'll let you make a diagonal box to get the 2 on the rocks.
Yeah, you have to go
diagonal.
further.
Oh,
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
From right there would be the best place, right?
Something like that, yeah. So basically just be beside Scuttles. I'll allow it
Okay.
to preserve him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that then. Make that diagonal box, and try to hit both of those so as to not fucking murder.
I think these guys only have +1. They're pretty shitty monsters, to be fair.
Yeah. What's your AC
God.
both?
Damn.
Whoops.
Your spells have... Ah, this is 2 bad
That
spells
is
in a row.
impressively bad.
Damn.
So no matter what their bonuses are, one will fail and one will succeed.
Let's see here.
Because unless that one's got a +10, he fails, and a 16 will naturally.
No, I was right. They only got a +1. Man, they are shitty. Like, we're gearing up to fight these things in proper Saltmarsh, and Simon's just gonna fucking blitz them.
Yeah, we're all gonna blitz them.
Well, they're probably not Chicago. Let's be honest here.
Maybe if I throw out this weapon and get a new one, maybe the next one will be good.
10 feet, this guy's shoved.
Yes.
Takes 4 damage. Kind of feels
takes
it.
A whopping 2.
2. Yep. I mean, you've put a 0 in his health. It's just at the back.
Yeah.
The sailors and fucking everyone hears the thunder wave. Holy shit, does it reverberate around here. They turn for a moment, and then they just run faster. Fuck! As it echoes through the place. But they're not clambering over, they're heading northwards. Vernon's probably the only one that can actually see it, though.
Well, we kind of knew where they're going anyway, so we can follow them after this, hopefully.
Rainy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna scoot here first and foremost. Just do a little range find. Nope. Scoot a little closer.
Just padding those steps.
Yep.
For some reason, still doing the shoulder thing lionesses do, even though you're just using your feet.
And going to first of all use my bonus, so we can maybe put this poor Sahagan out of his misery.
Yes, and he just clamps the vein down.
It was a mercy killing.
It just holds him there until the movement stops and then lets go and the Sahagan just sinks.
And that one's gonna get a rockin'.
He does. 7, so much better than the mystical energies that the tiefling draws upon. A rock.
Maybe getting a rock for Halloween isn't so bad after all.
As you just bludgeon him in the chest. He is well hurt. Starting to...
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, starting to rasp and wheeze. Scuttles. Is Scuttles a saltwater or a freshwater crab? Correction, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to give you a moment of panic.
Well, he is from Saltmarsh.
Climb up here.
To be fair, the thing the Saltmarsh is most famous for after our accents is vodka.
Yeah. As everyone shows up with a Russian or light Russian accent.
Vaguely
And
Rusko.
And going for that one that got rocked. Yep.
But it's funny
Better
thing
than
is,
rock.
Jeez.
yep, it's just the guys who have scales. This guy, yeah?
Yep.
Yep, gets him right in the thigh. And as he starts falling backwards, the hooked claw just keeps pulling and degloves that section. One less problem as it falls into the water.
Sploosh.
Goodbye.
That's it for Scuttles.
Vernon.
Alright, I'm going for the same one again. Reckless attack with a stick.
There you go. You hit him with a stick. Which one am I looking at? Both, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 damage as you just wallop him across the head. He's
Fuck
got that
you.
sort of like stress toy look to him now. They're not going back in right. It's turn to Visahagwin now. And, man, they've got the blood frenzy. You are dripping into the water.
Yep. There's no reason not to reckless attack. Ouch. Ouch again.
Well, yeah, they were going to get its advantage on you anyway.
Yeah, but the crit hurts.
5, 1, 3,
Maybe.
2.
Alright, 24 health. That's enough.
You weathered that storm quite nicely.
Yeah, could have been a lot worse.
And that's it for Visahagwin. Ginny.
I will use Cure Wounds on myself.
Good idea.
Wise.
As you just look for one of the many holes that have been poked in you right now.
And do I want to leave?
You'll
Sure,
have
I'll-
advantage, so it's not a good idea.
Yeah. I'll just stay here.
Alrighty. And then you guys can hear it.
It's a bot fly! It's a bot fly!
They begin to saw. They're still singing. Very squelchy. But yet raspy and dry at the same time.
Alright. Gonna move 20 feet to get to here. And try to hit that one with a Ring of Frost. Ooh, for
Azure-
11.
That's a miss, just a miss. Azure, you were distracted as you came around the corner, and of all the things you expect to see, you were not expecting to see a gang of dried out fishmen sawing the tit off a wooden woman.
Certainly wasn't high on my list, no.
There's also a shine on the breast. The nipple, it glimmers.
Does she have,
Gemstone?
like, yeah, does she have like gemstone nips or something?
These guys continue to get the fuck out of here. Quieter this time, but you know, still slapping away. Rainy. As in their feet slapping upon the stone.
Sure, yes.
Everything's got that poolside echo.
Okay, well, let's see. First of all, going to bonus for Crab to strike a friend here.
It's a hit. It's a
Scuttles!
big hit. Your heaviest hitters are a crab and a barbarian.
Well, the barbarian makes sense.
And dag. I'm not in a good position to hit anything.
It's pretty easy if you just move up one.
I
mean-
kind of thought this rock would be in the way of seeing these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, you can take that one out first,
Yeah,
and then get on the rock.
that is true.
Now you are king of the hill.
And
This is
Now we
right
declared
back.
base, and they can't touch me anymore. That's a hit.
Alright.
She's
Solid
really
hit.
showing you up with these rocks.
These rocks are insane!
Again, you just wing it the fuck out. Catches him in the midsection. You feel like some of the weird slits in his sides have just closed up permanently. Still standing though, but barely.
that's my turn.
Scuttles.
The
Does
hero
he
of the
finish the
party.
job?
Well, you can always move up, you see. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He just does the classic. There's nothing attached to those ankles anymore. As the Hisagwan just teeters over the edge and splashes in the water.
Well,
Let's see. Sploosh. Alright, that's it.
my
Vernon.
backup has arrived. Alright. I'm gonna
See
go
how
for
quick
another.
combat goes when you can roll?
Alright, I'm gonna go for another attack on the same Sahagwin.
Might as well go reckless, yep.
Yeah, every time here.
And that, wow, that just utterly fucking decimates him. The head is inside the torso now. And there's a hideous spurt of everything that was meant to be in that place getting displaced very quickly.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. And then I can Great Weapon Master bonus action hit this guy as well.
Never
Not
hit.
advantage though. It's only 13 still.
Well, you could declare it reckless, couldn't you?
I can only reckless my first attack.
Okay, 13 does still hit, though.
No.
I just checked.
Well,
the
it's
rulebook
because it's a
for
bonus
this.
action granted by a feat.
Yeah.
So it's
And-
not,
and
it's not his
and
normal
reckless-
attack action.
Reckless does specify the first attack on your turn, the first one.
No. That's when you can declare it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn.
Okay.
So that would include your bonus.
On the bright side,
Yeah,
he still hits.
I only ever read the first sentence. Yeah, either way.
9, somehow. Because you don't get your bonus necrotic.
No, only the first attack. It's sad.
But it's another good pummel as you just see one shoulder now be permanently lower than the other. These guys don't have bones as cartilage, so they're kind of fucked on big impacts. But you know what? You're still bleeding, so it's still the blood rage.
This guy's good at hitting shit.
He's really good, and there's only a +3.
I know, this is insane.
It's almost like I chose guys who have small AC and small modifiers to work with your current equipment deficiency.
I'm just getting pummeled over here. So
Well, you took 3 damage total there.
yeah, that
It's
was
not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, but it felt like a lot because
Yeah.
you know.
Ginny, you are no longer being beaten up, although you're now a little wearisome of a crab. That's a killing machine.
I'll just go ahead and use this thing on this one.
He's dead.
Uh,
The only 2 left are by Vernon. Well, the only one left is by Vernon.
Oh, okay, I see it. Couldn't
I
see
think you
that.
guys got this.
God, I hope so.
It should be easy. It is! For 5 damage. You're starting to see blood start to pour as you wind up getting one inside the gills. He's retching and shivering himself around. Any movement?
I'll figure.
Oh, did you also breathe on the sling this time?
I didn't say it, but that's fine. If not,
You gotta declare it.
that's fine.
More sawing ensues with the singing getting louder. Although, this thing, the gelatinous see-through thing, just stands there, unmoving. Azure.
I'm gonna maneuver over to here, awkwardly making my way, squeezing between the wall of the ship and this rock.
Well, I mean,
Going
getting
to
past the
just-
2 cats was also a bit awkward.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to ray of frost. The final do something. Nope, never mind. I'm not doing anything.
Alrighty, Rainy.
I
wanna-
sink.
You
I
want a reckless
drown.
attack?
Just stands there slowly sinking until he's submerged.
I cry because I can't drive.
Water is.
Doesn't matter, you can
Right.
just jump across.
All right. Oh yeah. Jump. Edge.
Will you once again be shown up by a rock?
These rocks are really putting
Yes,
in work.
yes, I will.
Nope.
There's
Oh!
no-
But you know what? I still got my bonus action, so
Hang
Nope.
on.
What?
For once, roll me a d20.
all right.
Vernon, it almost got you on the left cheek.
Oh, not the mud.
Also, sadly, Scuttles also fails.
Yeah.
He's tired out from all this additional killing he's been doing. Until his turn comes up, where he's going to kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Just gonna
the
move over a
advantage.
little bit to make sure he kills it.
He basically just put the claw on the neck, and then and with this attack he now pushes it forward and closes. There is some hideous rattling coming out of this thing as it finally shudders and dies.
Hell yeah.
Scuttles forgets to let go for a bit as he also gets dragged down before this horrible, spindly, spiky, massive legs start kicking around and bringing him back up to the surface.
Welcome back, Scuttles.
Any movement?
Always.
Yeah, I moved 5 feet, so I can move a little more. There.
Although, for a moment, we are out of initiative.
Okay.
Because they're just sawing
can't-
away.
Right.
Are we not picking a new fight?
We should probably kill them.
Well, we should, but, you know.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get there before my rage ends, but I do have 2 more.
Can I see them from the rock that I'm on?
From the rock you're on, just about, yeah. I mean, you're having to see between Rainy's legs.
We're
So
out of
sometimes the tail gets in the way.
We're out of initiative, right?
Sort of, yeah. It's a pseudo-initiative right now. It'll pick up again when you pick a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I can technically spend an action right now?
Yes?
I heal the cat.
Can I?
Well, the other cat.
Yep.
Um.
I do imagine, like, he's trying to peer over, but the tail comes down from Rainy sometimes. It just keeps on batting him in the face.
So, if I run up to Scuttles, can I get him to hit me once, just for like a little bit of damage, and then I to maintain my rage?
Now, I'm gonna warn you. You've seen what he can do.
But yeah, I'm hoping maybe he can pull his
And
punches.
as an
Yeah,
animal
that's a
companion,
possibility.
he's not gonna hold back.
Damn. Maybe when he can't really hold a rock back either. Oh shit.
And
Can I?
Azur probably doesn't have a good chance of hitting you.
I mean, maybe cast a spell on me, Azure, and then I'm sure it'll do low damage.
What's your strength bonus?
Me?
Yeah.
3.
Alright, and with rage, that's 5 damage, right?
That's how much I can do. Yeah.
Alright. Why don't you punch yourself for 2 damage?
Can I do that, Corvus?
Well, it's free damage.
I can live with 3 damage.
Oh, you mean
So resist it,
reduced,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll resist it.
Proficiency?
I will allow it, but you have to roll it because it's an awkward angle. And you've got to hit yourself with
Okay.
force, like you're raging right now. You need a proper slug.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like a classic, just like fist down onto the thigh, Should be an easier,
wanna make it
easier
reckless?
target, I think.
Well,
You know those athletes that slap themselves to psych themselves
well,
up?
it's
Yeah.
if he takes damage or makes an attack, right?
Yeah. So can I
Have you tried-
move?
Have you tried attacking the corpses?
Well, it needs to be a successful attack, I'm going to say. He can't just drag
Yeah,
a
just
corpse
hit-
along and
just
beat it
attack.
with a stick to keep his rage going perpetually.
I mean, that might be a good way for it if I like took a.
If you were a
necromancer roll.
frenzied barbarian, I'd allow that.
Yeah, I got a multi-class into necromancer. Is what I gotta do.
If you were a null barbarian, that would make sense.
Yeah. But and just punching myself. I mean, how much can I move before I have to punch myself again? If we're not really in initiative.
You know what, just for the sake of your rage, we're going to stay in initiative then, because you're charging in for combat anyway, so it's been declared.
Okay. Alright, so I can get up next to Scuttles with just a quick run.
Yep.
And then,
Try
I
and
will-
punch yourself.
yeah, I'm gonna punch
But
him
you've
on
got
the
to
leg.
do it with feeling, that's why you've got to roll for it.
Okay, so advantage, and then, so punch, yeah, so it's +5, and it's a 1 + 3.
If you go reckless, you can get by the disadvantage of trying to get the right angle.
True, so just go for a normal attack, and the punch. Hell yeah,
You
it hits me,
hit
that hits me just
yourself.
barely. Hell yeah. 4.
You all get to watch as he slams his hand down on his thigh, and then there's this horrible moment when something drops between his legs and the codpiece is gone, dislodged by the force. But from where you guys are standing, it didn't look like that.
I know.
He just took a horrific rage shit.
He's gonna see that and just say under his breath, I have questions.
It's best not to ask.
Keep in mind, like, you're probably screaming as well, going, "Urgh!" Sploosh.
Oh shit. Oh.
Oh, this character was a train wreck.
It was always gonna be. I thought this was gonna be a 1 session thing.
All right, you guys basically declared additional combat, so gotta move. Or are you just gonna let Vernon run in there alone?
Oh, is it not Juniao's turn?
It is Ginny's turn.
Yeah.
Can
That's-
I feline agility is double distance, right?
I couldn't get that. The distortion was too heavy.
Feline agility is double distance, correct?
Yes.
And yes, it is.
However, it is open water. So it is difficult terrain unless you've got a swimming speed somewhere.
Can I get on top of the boat?
Well, let's think about it here. With a dash, you got 120. You're going to be in the water here, I think.
Alright, I'll just get to here then.
Steering away from whatever splashed into the water beside Vernon.
Yes, as far away. Like, can I get to that tip of wood, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
That codpiece is gonna fossilize and become like a relic of great power.
Well, until they make a
No,
cast and
it
realize,
won't.
oh, it's a dick. Why is it leaning to the left? Some men just hang that way. Alright. More sawing action going on. Azur.
For when I was over in this area, how easy is it to see through here?
It's pretty easy. I mean, at least for the first 2 or 3 of them.
Okay, so I'm gonna
There's a bit of
go-
cover involved, but just observing them is fine.
I'm gonna move 15 feet to here, and then 30 feet out, right about there.
And
there.
you're getting into cover there.
What do I hear?
Yeah, for you and them. Just because you intersect with this part here. Like, you can see them, but it's not clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For observation purposes, it's fine.
I mean, so if I use a spell that only requires observation purposes, that's
Yeah.
fine then.
Yeah, save or
Okay. So I'm gonna get to here, or I'm gonna hold my hand out for here, and I'm gonna use shape water to turn this into a 5-foot block of ice.
Okay. I'm also going to give you guys a moment here, because I'll be back in 1 sec.
Okay.
I feel like Vernon is turning out to be an experiment in all the creative ways you can utilize mud.
You know, if that's how
Haven't-
you want to see it, that's fine.
He's a scientist.
Uh-huh.
No, he's not. Are you gonna start making mud pies and eat those?
No, that was what he did when he was a child. Come on, he's grown up now.
He's like growing up now.
Yes. Nah, I think I have a slant for this character. This really terrible idea of a character. I can salvage it. I swear. Okay, did Corvus also tell you guys that it was just going to be like a one shot, maybe 2, 3 session thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was under the assumption it was a one shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I was okay when he asked if we wanted to do it again for the second week, but then I was like, oh man, if this turns into a thing, like this party is not.
It has some problems.
Well, I mean, from the beginning, I could have told you the party was going to have some problems. We were better
Based on what?
off. We were better off when we also had a fighter that was able to
Yeah.
assist in frontline
Yeah.
tanking.
Yeah.
Now we've got the one frontline.
We've got
And-
Mudman and the crab.
Which is turning out to be pretty effective, all things considered.
I mean,
I don't
It
know.
would-
I'm at like half health. Like I'm below
would-
half actually. This is kind of bad.
it would be more effective if, you know, the stuff that people like myself are doing in the background, you know, was
It
effective.
worked.
Keep in mind, guys, this is being streamed.
Oh, I'm aware.
Also, I'm back.
Hello.
No, I'm just remind you just in case of any personal information in the idle chit chat we have.
No.
So my social security number is.
It doesn't exist yet. You're too fucking young.
Don't they give it to you at birth?
Yeah, exactly. You're still too young.
Give the fetuses.
At the end of my turn was me just starting to swim out to the
Okay.
block of ice that I had created.
Those guys
shall
have
be
gotten
my
out of
approach.
there. Rainy. You too have been measuring your feline agility, no doubt.
No.
Flash.
Well, to get that far, you'll have to be using it. Also, Snook, are you rattling a magazine or something?
No, that's. I'll have to turn this off. Okay, keep going. Sorry, my bad.
And dodge action.
Okay, so... Well... no, in this case, to get that far, you would have had to use your dash.
Oh, water. Really?
Yeah, water's difficult terrain.
Oh, right.
Unless you've
Okay.
got a swim speed.
No.
That's why it's great being a lizard folk. It was hilarious to find that when the Saltmarsh party was first made, no one could swim. So that's why I picked a lizard. Thought it was a really good idea if someone could swim.
Well, infinite breath would be helpful as well.
Sadly, they don't have that.
Well,
Yep.
Chicago does.
But they've got a fuck ton of everything else.
Zero.
Scuttles.
You can swim.
Yep, Cyril can swim, but he was a later addition.
Yes.
And dodge action on the crab.
Okay, Vernon.
Let's see. I can leap to the boat and stick onto the side.
Yep.
There.
Is this underwater?
Let's see.
That bit? Yeah, it's underwater.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually dash. And how far can I go to? Right there, okay. I'm going to dash up to here. And I just want to start fucking screaming at these fish and this stupid jelly man. I just want to start kicking the ship and just pounding the shit out of it and saying, I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Basically
So-
just saying, please hit me!
Yes!
This is gonna end poorly, but alright.
And Ginny goes and kills the one closest to you so we all don't take notice. Alright, Ginny, your turn.
If I get like on top here, can I see them from above, or is there too much of an angle?
You'd see about the edge free, so translucent, and then these two guys on the side. Because don't forget, they're sawing at the figurehead, so they're underneath the prow.
Okay. That one square of water is difficult terrain, right?
Yep, so you gotta trim it down.
I'll just get on top of the boat.
Okay. As you clamber up one of the finger grooves that you think it is. You fit quite easily into that dent.
Like, room to spare?
Oh, a lot of room to spare.
Okay.
You could almost be jumping back and forth between the two sides of it.
I can, ninja
Wall
warrior.
jump.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Vernon.
Giant penises.
So many dicks. As you look up, you can see it clearly now. You didn't realize it was so well polished. Possibly for luck. Or because they were bored. Vernon, roll me intimidation.
Okay. I'm really fucking bad at this. Actually, no, I have a +1. That's okay.
You get the attention of the one who matters most.
Jelly man.
The jelly man looks at the Kuatoa. They all glance at him for a moment with their baked eyes.
Mood.
They continue working, and he walks up to you. It's just a shame he didn't do it recklessly. Let's see here. Wait a minute, he doesn't even need to walk up to you. What am I doing? Aha.
Put him in range. Wait, do I get a...
No, he didn't
Oh,
need to
wow.
walk up to you.
Oh shit, that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
For, what is it,
Shit.
9 damage?
Yep.
I'm at 10 health. Okay, we're looking okay.
Yeah.
I'm still raging. We're
Yeah,
good.
he does it again, though.
Yeah, that also hits. It's not a crit though.
2 damage.
2 damage. I can live with that.
Wow, I'm so glad you're still raging.
Yeah.
I just need more health. Is what I'm thinking.
That
Here.
that hit to the leg.
That 2 damage. I'm really feeling it now. I could have been at 10 health, but now at 8.
But he has to deal with the emotional damage of losing his codpiece.
Well, possibly also the
Gonna hit him.
display he made of himself as it slinks around. It moves so effortlessly and so weirdly. It's like it's already in the position to move and then just sort of slides forward to fill that space.
Gross.
Azure,
I'm gonna finish swimming the 15 feet to here, climb up on my
to your
piece
own
of
little
ice.
island.
Yes, to my own little island. So, question.
Mhm.
The material components for Snowball Swarm is a piece of ice. So could I, in theory, just grab at a piece of this ice that I am standing on and use it for the spell?
All right. Simple question: is this one of the concentrate effects of this spell?
Concentrate effects of which spell?
I think it's shape water.
I don't think any of them are concentrated.
No. Some of these effects are. You can have no more. Okay, it's not concentration, but yeah, you can have no more twos. So there we go. Because some effects will say like you can hold concentration to keep this going for that time. In this case, it's just like prestidigitation, where you can keep a couple going anyway. So
Yeah.
yes, you can snap off a piece of ice.
All right. Heck yeah. With that, there we go, within range, and it is a 5-foot radius. So I'm just gonna hit these 4 boys
Yep.
for 13 cold.
Let's see, 4 of them. So 20. No successes.
Hey,
Ooh,
This is the best you've ever done.
it is.
that's good damage.
I'm very proud of me. I finally feel useful.
You see, now Azur's just wishing Simon was here to see this.
That is effectively 52 points of damage.
Yep. And they are all
Hell.
really wrecked by it. You can see just punctures and holes made in their charred carcasses. You also notice one of them is a little bit different from the others. This guy who was at the front, even though it's just sort of wrapped around one of his arms, it's not properly worn, it looks like leather armor. It looks like the upper pieces, it's the chest and the shoulder pieces. But he's just got it slung and tied to his withered, horrible, crusty arm.
Leather armor. Perfect. Alright. Fucking murder that man and steal it.
That was the plan.
As the question comes, do I wear it or can I rip it apart just to use the lever for my mage armor?
Someone else can wear it, and I'm gonna rip off just enough to use the spell.
Oh no, that gets rid of its AC bonus. If you take a 1x1 piece, yeah, it's all fucked. It's like when you damage a bulletproof vest or a stab-proof vest. One little wound, it's all gone to shit.
Corvus. I would kill you.
No, I think I'm in a better position to do that than you.
I just need... We can make it sleeveless. We can make it sleeveless. Just take off a sleeve.
Actually, all that leather armor is like shoulder pads and a chest plate. In D&D. Well, a chest portion. Anyway, Rainy. That was impressive. That was like lots of stones, but made of ice.
It's almost like my gimmick.
Which finally worked. It just took a while.
Fuck off!
It was awesome when it worked, though. You can't deny that.
I just love how they've never had modifiers, but they've succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Hop. Hop. Yep. I'm in range to rock. So I'm gonna rock.
Good.
Bad rock.
Not a good rock.
No.
Next time, pick one that looks more like a beholder than one that looks slightly like a dog.
But it's so cute.
Oh, the number just rolled through for me.
I fucking love that in their PUBG one for D&D. It looks kind of like a dog, and then slightly like a dog, and it barely even looks like a dog. Until it's just a rock. And that's what Malgern's carrying right now. He's carrying a rock that looks kind of like a beholder. It's a ball.
13 hit.
A 13 does not hit.
Right.
It just manages to wibble that part of its limb out of the way.
Ow. That's Scuttle's turn.
Yep. Vernon, was this a good decision?
I think I'm in a bad spot.
Really?
On the bright side, yeah, the problem is, once they get hit by the snowball swarm, they've downed tools. But, wow, that's a nice titty.
I bet you I can take out 2 this turn and take the titty.
No, you don't understand. That's definitely got a gem on the tip of it. And thanks to the snowball swarm, it might even be harder than before.
Oh god.
Nice. That's such a stupid joke.
It looks like a ruby.
I don't know, guys. Should I take out 2 of them and just hope something good happens?
Take out 2 titties. Go for revenge.
I
yeah.
mean,
Do it
quite
quick.
honestly, like, if you take out 2,
What are they going to do in
Matt-
return? Go for it.
I mean, I could maybe live if they miss, which
it's
they might.
not a horrible idea.
They are
If you
really
die,
wrecked.
it's not my fault.
Yeah, I just don't think. I can't reckless attack though. I don't think that would be awful.
Or would it?
I mean, I could guarantee I could almost guarantee I could kill 2, but then I could almost
But
guarantee I would
Rainey's
die.
right there. You know? It's not like she's going to fall down to this hideous creature.
Nah, I mean, I don't think the team has any obligation to help me, and this is kind of my fault.
It's amazing to hear about, isn't it? Team
I'm
player.
gonna go ahead and take out 2 of these Kuotoa to make the action economy work in our favor, guys.
Don't get meta. You're slaying your opponents because you're in a raging
I'm
frenzy.
gonna murder everybody. Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna go right here for first one, and this guy is who I'm going to
A
attack.
few more levels and
Reckless.
Vernon would just want to have a cleric as his best friend ever.
Yes. All right. 2 infinity and beyond with reckless attack and the stick.
That's a hit. And
Woo!
he had 5 health.
Okay.
That disgusts me. That is actually, yeah, his max health he just did there. Well done.
Nice.
So
Nice.
there was a Kuotoa there with a bag. There is now a bag and some mark that has been spread across a 10-foot radius.
Just like burnt toast.
What kind of burnt toast are you eating?
Well, no, it's the way
Dak
he's
really
breaking
likes burnt
apart.
toast. Yeah.
Like properly sort of charcoal carbonized shit.
Alright. And then
Throw your
5
stick.
foot of movement to right here. I want to hit this guy next.
You've got
And this.
your head is rubbing under the titty.
Excellent. That's what I like to be, I guess.
I mean, it's huge because it is a figurehead. It's pretty big.
Alright, there's another hit, I assume.
And once again, just utterly broken apart, just shattered. It's like whenever you see someone take a baseball bat to like honeycomb. It just
All right.
disintegrates in the air.
And then the rest of my movement is I have 5, 10.
I see now heel steps around.
And then I have 20 to get right here.
Well, you'd have to be on the outside.
Of the ship?
Yeah. Like clambering
are
up the
they-
front of it is a bit of a tall order.
Oh, I thought they were like in here, so I just assumed
No, they're underneath it.
they're underneath. Okay, so that changes a little bit. So I went.
The positioning was still fine. It's just your escape that's the issue.
Yeah. Okay. So I can get like to the side of the ship over here, like then.
Yeah, basically like there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that would be 5, 10, and then I can get to right here at the
Yeah.
at the outside. Okay.
Ginny. Good turn.
If I go to here,
Can't hear you. Speak up.
if I go here, damn it.
You got a fan blowing at your mic right now, I think.
Yeah. If I go right here, can I get a good angle on
On that guy, yeah. Everyone else pretty much out of sight.
And I'll blow up the rock.
Well, remember, a rock appears in it. It's quite handy that way. That is a hit. And you do a hefty blow to it.
I'll stay up here.
As you see the rock float inside its body after the impact and then disintegrate. Time for the Kuatoa, who are seriously fucked. But one glance at the gelatinous being and they down tools and raise weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they just run to the closest threat, which is the crab. They saw it swing.
No.
So, normal attack.
Has Skull's been hit yet?
Yes.
I don't. Oh.
Let's see. Cinder Spear. There we go. 2, 3. So the first one went in well, but then, like some sort of comedy scene, the other two failed spectacularly.
Now 14 hits.
Oh, 14 hits as well? Okay.
Yep.
So it's the last one who just does the comedy option.
4.
11 damage total.
Ow. They're placed weird. I don't know if it's the map or not.
Hmm?
Well,
What's
I see only 2, and one of them Scuttles is sitting on top of.
Okay, that's not what's on my screen.
Same.
Let me refresh.
Yeah. But yeah, that's their turnover. Azur.
Okay. I'm going to go for round 2, this time hitting this.
Okay, there we go.
Is it an ice dagger?
No, it'll be another swarm.
Oh, nice.
What level spell is Snilluck's Snowball Swarm?
Second.
Then it is gone. As you watch this thing, its single eye blare brightly. And as you're casting the spell, you just freeze for a second and the weave is gone from your hands.
Hmm.
You still
Well,
retain the spell slot, but your
Okay.
casting was nullified.
It's probably for the best. That was a really bad roll.
It was a really bad roll.
So in a way, you're prevented from embarrassing yourself, but your action is gone.
Okay.
At least you have the slot left.
I'm gonna... So since the spell didn't go off, and the spell slot wasn't consumed, I assume that if I were to do a hasten spell, I could still do a leveled spell.
No, because it's still you tried to cast a level spell.
Okay. Fuck.
Because your action was consumed in casting a spell, but the casting was
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Welcome to the custom ability to make counterspell for low levels a little more fair.
I think I'm just fucked then.
Because if,
Also wanna
if
spend-
I just add the spell slot as well, that's like, well, I've got 2 more of those, and that's it for the day.
That's my turn. Yeah.
That happens. There was one time I was caught up in a net for half the game.
yeah, that did happen.
Oh man, that was like 10 rounds. It was great. By the way, considering they've gone through the water now, how skinnier do
Yes.
Rainy and Ginny look?
Ah,
Do they look like they've lost a lot of mass?
Yeah.
Wet cat's the funniest thing. Oh wow.
Especially when they've
She
still
really
got the
don't like
puffy
that one.
head.
Oh, yeah. We like my old cat Pandora. She was really puffy, but she was like tiny, very skinny. So when you washed her, she went. I got in the rain. Oh, she looked like a rat, like an actual rat. She was gray.
But yeah, back to
What
the
was that
proper.
conditional you were saying?
Hmm?
You were saying something by the way, and then it just cut off.
Oh, right, you didn't hear that bit. I was wondering, how skinnier do Ginny and Rainey look like now that they've gone through the water? Like, are they typical angry, pissed off, drowned cat?
Hmm.
Jimmy looks like 50 pounds lighter.
Oh,
It would make sense with his -1 strength. He's a skinny nerd.
but he's probably 50 pounds heavier right now with all that water.
Yep.
Judging by the basis view images I'm seeing, probably not very.
Hmm.
Like, panthers tend to
Yeah,
not
short.
be super fluffy.
Yeah, very short fur.
Yeah.
Anyway, go for your turn.
Well, first of all, I'm going to use my favored foe to apply Hunter's Mark,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna rock it and miss.
You mark it, but then you just throw without aiming properly with a rock. Like, you know he's right there, but you forgot to do
And-
the aiming part.
Scuttles is gonna try and thin the fish.
Yep.
13 hit.
13 does just hit.
Whap.
And he's just fucking exercised. Like, Scuttles does an uppercut with the claw, and it just goes right through it. It all just crinkles and dusts up, come apart. The Kutoa falls upon him and then splinters apart.
Alright.
Also, on the cat thing, reminds me of an ex-girlfriend who had 2 cats. One was solid. It was a huge black cat. And it weighed so much, like a couple of bags of sugar. And the other one was bigger than it, but it was all fluff and hair. It was such a tiny, skinny cat with a massively long coat.
Huh.
Unfortunately, it wasn't brushed enough in that house, so it got tangled up. First Mate Scuttles gets to continue his murderous rampage.
Yeah.
Scuttles actually does not like his odds with all these enemies around. So he's going to take the dodge action.
Okay. Vernon.
I have a plan.
I think I know what the plan is. I think he did it last round.
Yeah, I'm gonna run in here. I'm gonna go ahead and make this one a reckless attack. And I'm gonna hit this guy.
I like how Vernon is such a worse person than Chicago, but he does better in combat than
I
Chicago.
know.
Except today. Today is a
Yeah.
bad day. I mean, you made an
Sure.
attack.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna kill him. So I
He
was gonna
thought you were going to kill
retreat.
him.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna retreat after I killed him, but it's not on the plan.
Ginny. You look down and you can just see the slightly crinkled ass crack and a couple of Kuatoa.
I see all 3 of them from here.
From there, yep.
I will try and assist Vernon from here.
Great.
I will rock.
Whoa! Shit!
Yep. Only the first number needed to happen. Considering you didn't blow on it, you overkilled him by 1.
I did blow on it.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Oh, you did? Okay, that was a waste then.
Yeah, but hey, that guy got fucked.
Yeah.
Creamed him.
As the stone just lodges through the skull and just collapses in on itself. But hey, that
As
leather
it-
armor's available now.
Yeah.
I'll just be
You
like,
can
I
hide
thought you
behind
had
it.
Sure, that's a noise.
Everything hurts.
This guy, well, he's just gonna... Well, let's see now. He recognizes Vernon as a bigger issue.
Don't you dare! Don't! Oh no! I'm gonna
Because
point at
he's
him. I'm
bigger.
gonna point at him.
18.
Ow! Ow!
Whoa, fuck.
Ow.
For
Yeah.
for
well-
5 damage total.
Yeah, I'm still up.
However, this thing seems to have more intelligence. So let's see now. Tempting,
Are you pointing
tempting.
at it like that guy from Bloodsport?
You know what? It's gonna slap for you, Vernon.
Oh,
And it's gonna slap for the crab.
Disadvantage while slapping for grabs.
No, not in this case. It's
It
not
has the
a...
dodge.
Oh yeah, dodge action, yeah. Thought you were about to break because it's had a range. No. Nope.
No.
That's the wrong one. There we go. So 15
Yep, that still hits.
for 10 bludgeoning.
Wow.
And there is this strange, like a loss of color along the shell where he was hit. It comes back, but there's a shiver in Scuttles. Azure on your little island.
Yeah.
It's
This
just a
first
vision
thing
here
is
we've got of this party. We've got a half-naked Catwoman, a fully naked Catman, a naked dude smeared with mud in high heels on the side of a ship, horizontal. And then we've got a naked tiefling just standing on his little block of ice in the middle of all this.
Would he be like drifting down because of the water, like flowing?
That's a good idea. No, it's fine.
This first, same as the first, just a 5-foot thing here.
Okay.
And we'll try again.
There you go.
Let's see.
Oh, thank God, he couldn't do it again. The second one succeeds.
Yep. So that is... oh, he actually survives. I'm amazed.
Whoa.
Barely the Kuatoa survives. And the big guy made the save. It's -7. Good hit, though. I'm sure it was a sigh of relief.
I can't see him at all, can I?
Well, it doesn't matter if the effect happened. But
Yeah.
but for fervor attacks, no, you can't see him from this angle.
But I can see the Kuatoa.
Yeah. He's in cover, but it didn't matter for that spell.
Alright, good to know.
Rainy.
Alright. Come on, rock.
Always bet on rock. Good old rock. Nothing beats that. Paper. What?
So the rock is hurled.
Oh.
Were you hurling at a Kuatoa or Spongy Man?
Sponge Man.
Alrighty, that's a hit.
Max rock damage. Lowest hunter mark damage.
Yep. As the
Evens out.
rock starts to sort of be digested as it collides with him. And there's a bit of force behind it, but not as much as you were hoping.
But with my bonus, get him, crab.
That's a hit. Oh
Scuttles
man,
is
we were
back.
completely forgetting about the fact that Scuttles imposes like prone.
That's only if he charges 20 feet. And
Okay.
moves 20 feet.
And yeah, Scuttles clamps down, but he just sees the material come back gradually. Thinking he'll get him at the ankle again, but no. It just flows free back onto the foot. It did damage, not just not as much.
Yep.
So mechanically, he's resistant. But he gets to go again. Are you going to dodge him?
I'm gonna dodge him.
Alrighty. Vernon.
Ooh. I'm gonna kill this Kuatoa.
Are you?
Hey, reckless attack. What could possibly go wrong?
Let's find out.
There we go.
There you go. And he is just fucking destroyed.
20 damage.
All you needed was the free. That was it.
Right.
You just needed your
Well-
modifier to kill him.
Well,
You want to
He's very-
charge in? Get your bonus attack?
I would have advantage.
Yes.
Plus, he's probably gonna kill me anyway, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. All right.
Or you could run for it and go up with Ginny.
I'm gonna murder this motherfucker. I'm a
There you go.
barbarian. I don't need Scuttle's advantage, so I'm gonna run to right here.
Don't need to.
I'm gonna.
He's got his own advantage. He already
Yeah.
triggered it.
He does.
And then my second attack.
It's a
Ouch.
miss.
Oh.
I attempted to kill him.
Mhm.
And now he'll attempt to kill you.
Oh, I'm gonna draw aggro, I guess.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He is profusely bleeding. Well, seeping. You're seeing parts of him just start to drip away.
Vernon, blocking my view movement from here.
Nope.
Okay. Sling.
Don't forget you're above him.
That does
But
not
you
hit
could
me,
always
so-
blame Vernon for this now because you missed.
I will now.
He's distracted.
damn
How
it.
the hell did you miss it? It was distracted. What the hell, man?
I look down and I just see muddy butt crack. I'm like, oh
Oh
shit.
boy, it's time.
Yep. And he does have advantage on it. As he reaches out for you, Vernon, gently this time. Does a 23 hit?
Can I say no?
You can, but I won't believe it.
Yeah.
2 bludgeoning and 5 radiant damage.
Yeah, the radiant's gonna kill me anyway. I
And
would have
then,
survived just the bludgeoning. That sucks.
and then while he's got you, he also shares the light. So, Vernon, that's 2 failed death saves in this case.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Don't
Don't-
forget, guys. I'm blessed by the gods, so you can revive me for free if you have the components.
If
which you
only we
don't.
had Revivify.
Yeah, if only we had a spell that could do that.
Also, I'd like to point out what happened to that bugbear. Azure,
Yes.
you heard a
Incapable
thump.
of- Yeah, incapable of seeing him, I'm going to swim up next to Rini.
That would be your... Do you have a swim speed? I think you do, don't
I
you?
do.
Yeah, okay, so you can get there.
That's part of the subclass, yeah.
Yeah.
From here, I can
You-
see the dude.
Yeah, and you can see Vernon held in his tentacly grip, and there is just all the color draining from Vernon. But it's replaced by this glorious light seeping from under his skin.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
It's mainly
okay.
his veins are lit up right now.
But the mud is covering a lot of it, I imagine.
Oh no, it's shining through those.
Not the mud.
I'm gonna attempt to Ray of Frost him. For
That's a
20
hit.
For 4 cold.
For cold.
4 cold.
Alright.
So he is now marked with the Curse of the Sea. And I...
So you're only able to do that in single target spells? Or when you gotta roll
No,
on?
so Curse of the Sea is any cantrip.
Okay.
So if it's hit by a cantrip, then it's activated on. So next round, I might be able to do something if that lives.
Yeah.
Really? Situation just went bad.
As expected.
Sort of.
Here. But more importantly than that... Oh. No, more importantly than that, we got 2 attacks to try and finish this. So how about a shank? Come on. 15.
15 is just a hit.
Shank.
Whoa! Max damage!
And because it is a magical knife, you puncture him, and it just all runs out along the knife blade before dripping onto the floor and spreading out. However, Vernon's still on the floor,
Yes.
Hello.
and I don't think you have Healing Word.
I do not. I have Cure Wounds.
I mean, Vernon's turn is right there. Sure would be a dick if we just follow the initiative here to get to Ginny. Because, I mean, if we look at here, Ginny is just after Vernon.
Yep.
This is why I always say, I never want high initiative.
That's
Mark my words, I
true, it
said.
would have saved you. We're out of initiative. I assume Ginny or Rainey just immediately puts their hands on Vernon.
I don't know that they would want to.
I've already healed one. I will heal the other.
Fair spare.
No hunter's mark, but 9 HP.
No,
Find out.
he's just got 5 HP now. As you just whisper to him, I can take it and I can give it away.
Oh, I'm alive!
And you just
Thank
wonder,
you.
why'd you say do you take it first? And we are at initiative, the battle is over, and it is starting to seep into the deck, and you can see the wood rot around it.
Leave now. Leave now. Just roll away. I'll just fucking. Ooh, I'm gonna go lay down.
So firstly, should rip the leather armor off and then
Yep.
Yeah, make sure you save that.
look at El Teat.
They got about a third of the way into the bosom.
Mhm.
And you think if it was even, it would have been impressive. But now that there's one missing, it's just weird. The face as well. She's kind of a butterface now that you get a good look.
You said there's a gem in there.
Yes, there's a big red gem there, size of your fist, which gives you an idea of the scale of this.
Whoa. Yeah, they were efficient at sawing. Damn.
What about the tit they were carrying?
You don't see it, and you'd expect to see it from the size.
Yeah, what they're also carrying like you said like an arm or something?
That's the thing.
Arm,
As you now look around
beard.
them, you see the beard, you see an arm, you
Yeah.
see something that looks a little bit familiar, actually. You see part of a scaled snout.
Oh no. That's Vezra, right?
yeah.
You also
Damn,
find the bottom half of a halfling leg,
Yeah. Well.
which has really thick carved-in hair on the foot. And just, like, the thinnest that they could have planed it off, a grinning face of, you assume, a female elf, maybe, because of how narrow it is. But it's just, like, the face and then, like, a couple of centimeters of wooden material behind it.
Okay, so the gemstone's about the size of a fist. Is there any way to pry that thing out?
Yes.
It's okay to have any snook. Jeez.
So there,
Well, to be
okay.
fair, not his wheelhouse of knowledge. Yes, you could pry it out. It would take a bit of force, but you've got Vernon there, who's barely alive.
Yeah, I was
Fine.
less asking for the DM to say yes, and more asking for someone who's capable of doing it to step the F up and do it.
Let me not die for a minute, and let's think.
Yeah,
We
Vernon,
just-
as you're getting your breath back, you're seeing the lights in your veins slowly fade away. It takes
Yeah,
a
that's
while.
good. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Are those guys? Are these guys up here? Are they just gone now? Are they ran
They
all the way?
fucked right off, yeah. But you
Alright.
could see the wet imprints and whatnot of where they went.
Okay. So I guess we have a whole new cove here. We can call our base. We chased everybody off.
There's a bit of a splash and some padding as Lefanfish makes his way across.
Let's try to get the rest of the crew here.
Has Struth followed us yet?
Not yet.
Guilty?
It was
She's
a
gonna be
big
couple
lobster.
hours behind.
Actually, at this point, the inside of these ships would be good for staying in.
Yeah.
And this area seems a little bit
Because
cooler,
the
right?
water isn't
Yeah.
boiling hot.
Is this water around here fresh or salt?
It is meeting up with the ocean itself down to the south.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably a little bit salty.
But, like, is this waterfall here?
Yeah, it's a waterfall there.
So if we were to collect it from there, it'd probably be fresher.
Yep.
Okay, so there's it's close to fresh water, and has shelter, relatively.
Out of curiosity, is there steam coming from that waterfall?
Less than there was at the one inland.
It's still hot.
Yeah, it's still hot when you get close there. But luckily it's an open area without the trees keeping it all closed in, so there's a bit of airflow.
So it's possible to easily like walk under it and collect the water. Like, is it like standing in a hot shower?
The higher, a bit higher than a hot shower, but the higher you go, the easier it is to collect.
The stilettos.
You didn't think those joke items would come in handy so much, did you?
climbing speed is just so useful. Plus, being tall is so useful.
Well, I mean, like, if we're worried about climbing speed, we have 2 tabaxi.
True.
Yep.
But I am the biggest, strongest, so sometimes it's good for me to go up.
Well, the strongest. Because that token is still ridiculous looking compared to all these.
I know. I really.
It's like the
right
photographer
at all.
didn't want to get close to him.
He's covered in mud. Would you want to get close to him?
I assume this isn't here.
That is not there now.
Unfortunate.
And none of these like weapons lying around here either.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure there's stuff we can salvage in here.
Yeah, we should still search through them all, see if there's anything left in any of them.
Yeah, maybe some like if I could find a better anchor, maybe that'd be cool. Besides one that's rusted out.
Is the wood on the ships rusted or rusted?
Yes.
Rotted?
A lot
Rotted?
of the iron in the wood has come out of the surface.
Is it rotten?
Depends on the boat. Like the one you fought the gelatinous thing on, that is well rotted. The Venus
About,
looks kind of filthy.
but not
Not
terrible.
rotten through, but it's starting to get a bit of slime on it.
Yeah, it's not terribly old yet. And the other ones are also kind of rotted out, or are they kind of middling?
Closer they are to the waterfall, the more sort of rotted they look.
Okay.
Is there any wood on the Venus that might be usable for boat?
Usable for a boat or a bow?
Oh,
Ah, you could always ask Lefanfish.
Yeah, let's get set up here. I think we have a good little base going. We can set up on the penis ship, and it'll be good.
Knowing that every night you go to sleep beneath the penis.
the base of the penis shall we lie.
Just like the Denver airport. So many phallic symbols.
There's a lot of weird fucking stuff at
That
Denver
is-
Airport.
True about Denver. Vanish.
Yes?
Is there anything on the boats here that might be usable for you?
Probably. As he just looks at the boat.
Is the wood on here good for you compared to the trees?
Is better. Is also more work. Must get down to non-seal bits shaved down. But is built for flex. Probably pieces I could make, yes.
I will help you with that in gathering whatever you need from the boats.
And then, as you guys are settling down, Truth shows up.
Excellent.
Side by side, Lefanfish is a bit taller and a bit broader. That's about it. She does have nice feet, though. Like, there's flecks of scales and whatnot longer, but the feet, perfectly done. That's about the only difference.
While we're looking at the boats or anything, there's no armor or anything? that
Well,
would
you
be
haven't
necessary?
really inspected them. Pick a boat.
Yeah.
Start with the penis.
Hell yeah.
The Venus, as you get below decks and into the rooms, it's been well picked clean, but there is every impression this was a party boat. And
Fuck
a
yeah.
weird one, too. Especially as you get into the captain's quarters, and you can see that there is still a very dried out, desiccated figure. But they're leaning against a bar counter that is in the captain's quarters. And you can see what should be boobs have nails driven through them. And she was
What
anchored
the-
there. As you go down, there is a horrendous stench starting to seep through. And you can notice that there is just this mound of... Mulch would be a polite term. It just looks like a heap of shit. And there are just 4 or 5 broken shovels lodged in it. Handles and the heads themselves broken and snapped.
It's not set up on this boat.
Maybe not.
There are more that are farther away from the waterfall, right?
There's a lot of names and scrawls as well. It's all sort of like Jimmy was here, I had your ma, stuff like that there.
Use this teleportation stone for a good time.
Well, I mean, you do come across a comprehensive list of whores and ports.
Hmm.
There's one that catches your eye, Chicago. And above that, Chicago's mum.
Yeah, no name, just Chicago's mom.
Yeah.
And below that, Gunther. Ooh.
I don't know, that one just is struck out. It used to be there, but no more.
No one wants to see that shit.
Too played out. Does list quite a few nice places well. All the cities of the coast, as you'd expect. Then Kalai, Port Naranzaru, Saltmarsh, of course. And just a few other little small incidental places that I'll name later.
Hmm.
Cannot be arsed right now. I'd have to dig through an entire notepad. That's what you find on the Venus.
Alright.
Let's work our way back, I guess.
Unless you want to roll investigation or do some fucking work.
I mean, yeah.
Isn't
I'll investigate.
Just pointing out that this is what you're seeing in a cursory glance.
Typically, I assume it would have
Cat
gone.
doesn't care.
One cat gets distracted. As you're trying to focus, you can hear the little scrapings. You can hear sniffles. This still has vermin aboard. And it's not like you're going to chase them or anything like that there, but it's just distracting. You've got the senses for it. And they won't stop fucking moving. Ginny, on the other hand, you've got an idea of this. You walk the length of the ship back and forth. You think, you count it through in your head a bit. You go down. Again, you walk the length of the ship, and then you go into the bilge and find, this is a lot shorter.
classic?
So you check around near the keel, and you do find a hidden compartment. Inside, 2 small pony kegs. Still sealed. You also find, well, I don't know about your personal opinions, but this is what would be called generally in polite company as a tarty dress. It's a bit of a deep crimson.
Of course.
The laces look like they're never meant to be pulled tight. You also find a cutlass, still sheathed.
Ooh.
And also, it looks like part of the frame of a hand crossbow, but instead of the crossbow portion, there is this metal tube that is just etched deeply. Like you could almost see through the metal itself on the runes that have been carved into it.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah. I will take the cutlass out of the sheath. Is it still good?
It's still good condition, yeah.
Does anybody need a cutlass?
And for the purposes of record, this is a little simple homebrew thing, because I just wanted a D8 finesse weapon that slashed. That's all it is.
Cool.
It's a martial weapon.
As far as need, that's probably you or Remy.
Yep.
So you guys
Throwing
can
rocks.
have a melee weapon. Whoever wants to be ranged can take the sling for now. Whoever wants to be melee can.
The hilarious thing
cutlass.
is, when they showed up, they both wanted to be ranged.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're gonna get bows anyway, so the sling is temporary.
Take the scimitar.
Oh no, it's not a scimitar, it's a cutlass, so it's a D8.
I'll take a cutlass then.
That's fine.
It'll be better than trying to stab with a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Use it as magic dagger.
Did go pretty well last time.
Yeah, it's a magic dagger.
It's not a magic cutlass.
And I mean, whenever you pull it out, you do get that incredible experience of just pure, cold, raging wind.
That's just nice to have. It's not even needs to be welcome.
So every time you draw it out, well, now you're dramatic. You're surrounded by winds that only you can feel.
True, but I could use higher damage than just what the maximum of the cutlass can do
Mm.
without modifier.
It's double the dice, basically.
Yeah.
It does not have the versatile property, however.
That's fine.
So, okay, the cutlass, 2 kegs. What else was it? A hand crossbow?
The weird one with the tube.
Yeah, it's just a two. But it's a fucking gun. It's
Now,
a magic
Jenny
gun.
lets everyone know about this stuff, right?
Well, it's gonna be tough to hide it. Why is he walking funny? I don't know. Looks like he's got something hidden deep within. And he
Does
just
the dress look like it'd fit me?
Yeah. It's sort of a standard pattern, sort of tavern wench kind of outfit, but a little bit both upmarket and trashier.
Well, still beats a coat around the waist, so I'm upgrading.
Yep. Or you give it to Azor, he looks cold.
Yeah.
I can give him the jacket if he wants.
I mean, Vernon can
No.
walk that dress with his heels.
Hey.
You're provoking me to post pictures of men in high heels.
I won't judge.
I did,
but
I
let us
did a
not.
search for it.
They're a tough fucking thing to walk in, though. Just awkward.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this guy pulls it off nicely.
Are guns common knowledge?
This, well, because it's Araxan setting, fucking no, there are no guns. This is just a weird tube of metal on a handle and a trigger that you recognize from a hand crossbow.
So it does.
And it's just, you know, there's no breach or anything. It's just a sealed tube with an opening at the end. Just absolutely covered in thick runes. Like, they are chunky and they are carved deep in. So yeah, picking it up, it looks weird. It sits like a weapon in the hand, but you've no idea how it works.
Because Jinyao's like this, he's very curious. He's just gonna, like, play with it for a while.
So what are you guys up to while he's looking down the barrel?
Putting on my
Toying
new
with the
dress.
trigger? It's definitely not what you'd wear normally.
Well,
Well-
I mean, considering we're on the island, anything
Yeah.
would be...
Like I'm just saying, it's probably not something you'd ever wear on the job.
No.
But, you know, you've got a cutlass now, you could trim the skirt, open it up a bit. It works.
Maybe. Yeah.
Modesty is something you actually have,
Yeah.
provided you don't kick too high. And Azor, you get the jacket that was slightly cut thinner, so it doesn't have full-length sleeves anymore. It kind of goes mid-forearm, and it sits a bit more like a waistcoat.
I would have noticed the vermin on the boat, right?
Yeah, they would have been annoying you as well a bit.
I'll point out to Azure, hey, there's rats here, you might want to get some leather.
I
Leather?
can't cure leather, but
What about that leather armor?
It take time. Could do it, but also you take peace. Done.
Easy peasy.
So you just trim off a little bit of a leather armor shoulder pad and bingo.
heck yeah. Gonna have
Ginny, you're still
Slightly
walking
better
around
AC
toying with this.
now.
It takes an hour.
Who wants the leather armor?
I can't wear it, otherwise my AC will go down.
Is it still serviceable after taking that chunk out of it?
Yeah, he was wearing it on his arm. And he doesn't take a chunk, he takes a fragment.
I'll take the leather armor if you don't mind.
Like, he probably has what you'd call a stripling. Just
I
think
would, I would assume that if you're gonna take the leather armor, whoever takes the armor should also take the weapon, and be the cutlass. Because if you're gonna be in the front lines using a cutlass, then you might as well also have the armor to help protect you while you're in the front lines.
True. And you can wear armor over a dress. I think.
True, true.
I've never worn both at the same time.
Well, if Breeze has the cutlass, it'll be more use for her then. Until I can get something better than.
I mean, maybe the fanfish can fashion you something from the fucking
The fisher.
slingers. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the what?
The cave fisher.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Web
Now-
slingers.
There was also a wooden beard, correct?
Yep.
Mm.
Is
And
wooden
arm.
beard the special wood we can use for bows?
Nah,
Beard.
it's very hardwood.
It's not like individual hairs.
No. Like, his best bet would be to take one of the sort of floor planks or, the thinner portions and just shave that down. It's a more flexible wood.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not as good as getting from a branch, but, tough times.
What about the arm? Can I just swing that around?
I mean, you could, but it's not greatly balanced or anything. It's not
Anchor?
heavy-ass weight.
Right now, I'm just using a big stick.
Yeah, he gave up on the anchor.
It's not as good damage as the big stick. I still have the anchor for emergencies.
He risked an
wait.
explosion from a big stick.
Yeah. We are in a shipyard. Is there a way could I possibly find like a better anchor in one of these ships that would be not rusted and terrible?
You could.
That's what I'm going to attempt to do, I think.
Yeah, we'll jump to another ship and start searching that down, see if we can't
Yeah.
find it.
The fanfish, meanwhile, is hauling out the Sahagwin corpses. And laying them on top of each other.
Gross.
You see him poking it with a finger for a moment, pressing the claw in. Then he slices one and pulls it, sort of unraveling the stomach and putting it on top of another one of a Sahagwin, and then poking and pressing down on it.
Yeah.
He's a scientist. He's doing experiments. Leave him alone.
This would not good, but armor maybe.
What about maybe bone for arrowheads?
Bone is shitty. Look, it just flex and bend, but arrowheads not hard. Can do with stone. Can nap stone. Or just sharpen, harden and fire. It is easy to make. Feathers are bigger problem fletching. Herd birds, not ate any, so seagulls do. Probably colorful ones around. Easy enough. Take time is all. But this, I could do with this. Also, they fuck ugly. And he just grabs one, digs his claws in, and just sort of twists until the face comes off and throws it over his shoulder into the water.
What does their skull look like?
Icky. Haha. Ichthyologist. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. And also, as he pushes on the skull and all, you can see it move and shift a bit. Because I figure they're sort of cartilaginous.
Yeah, kind of like almost like fish skeletons.
And after he explains it a bit more, he could make hide armor out of this.
That's nice.
That's your starter medium armor there.
Do you want to wear a Sahagwin though?
It also might actually not do anything for a couple of you. 12 plus your dex mod, max of 2.
Yeah.
I'm incapable of wearing it anyway,
Yeah.
so, you know.
But I'm just
But,
thinking,
you know,
like,
mage armor now.
Ginny's AC is what, 14?
If you're counting with leather armor, because I've never unequipped it, it's at 15 right now.
Nah, it
Mine's
wouldn't
14 naked, so it'd be 15 with leather.
Actually, now that I've got this, I could just burn a bunch of first level spells to give everyone mage armor.
That wouldn't do anything for me.
I don't think you can
I
cast
know,
Mage
not
Armor
for
on
you.
other
You
people.
can only keep up
You
one.
can. No, you can do multiple.
Huh? Yeah.
It's a range of touch, not self.
Hmm.
I would like to make scale, but these are shitty scales, not good like mine. These are fish scales, these are for meat. And you see him start to just peel for Sahagwin right there. Bits and pieces of him just getting chucked aside. Sometimes slapping Truth in the face and she doesn't even blink. Because she just seems to be lost in thought for a moment.
Gotta turn away and not pay attention to what's happening behind me.
Yeah, let's go investigate the other ships.
Mhm.
Does anyone, as it echoes around the cavern, anyone use shields?
I think I can, but I'd have to use a one-hander weapon.
Mhm.
But 18 AC.
The Rangers both have proficiency, but where they'd use it is a different matter.
Yeah.
Uh,
An AC would
well,
be so
if I'm
nice.
going to be using a cutlass, then maybe?
Might be worth it. I wonder if I should consider getting a shield, because I mean, I am frontlining kind of hard without Mushi here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take a shield.
Alright, this I can make easy. And then you just hear fucking wood snap and break. Because everyone's looked away, they've got no idea what he's working at, but you hear wood snap and break. You hear very wet sounds followed on.
Ew. Just take the wheel of one of these things and hammer in some of the boards. There you go.
That's a proper, like, a proper wheel, that would be fucking heavy as hell.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, massive. Those things are...
Yeah,
They are.
they gotta be big.
Did we take the gem out of the?
Nope.
Nope.
It's still sitting
No,
in
not
it.
yet.
I
Yeah,
made a comment to Vernon, and Vernon...
Yeah,
said
I said let me not die for a minute. Now I'm recovered. I'm good.
Uh-huh,
I
uh-huh.
can get it now. Okay.
As you reach out to the tit, Vernon, there is a resounding whoom from inside the ship. Ginny, your fur is standing on end.
I'm gonna get off the ship as fast as possible.
You're also down a spell slot. As you just seem to channel some of whatever magic you draw upon, it went into this weapon and unleashed itself. It was
Wow.
loud, and there is a static to the air.
I'm going to go to the other ship.
There is also one rat who is now many pieces of rat.
So Jenny just figured out how to use a gun.
Yeah. Good job. That's just terrifying.
As you walk out onto the deck, the runes start to sort of subside in their glow. And there is just a miasma of sort of, I guess, weird... almost like sort of elderflower stinking smoke coming out of it, but it's very pale looking. Alright, so you're working on this one?
Mm-hmm.
This one's the Storm Giant's Toe. Does anyone take a look at the figurehead?
Might as well take a peek while we're up there.
This figurehead is a halfling, with one hand over heart and the other hand extended. Big smile, But you can also see behind the hand has been carved a playing card sticking out of his wrist.
Mm.
Nice. Has this figurehead been defiled by the fisherman?
It has. This is where one of the feet came from.
It's a wooden playing card.
Yeah. Like it's part of the carving as it poking out of his sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And the investigation, as you search around the place, you do find beneath decks. You're tapping along because you're thinking, of course, there's crew quarters. There's still crew quarters here, so. And then one of them sounds a bit hollower. You peel open a little playing nook. Well, it contains a deck of cards, lewd cards. 2 of the suite's female, 2 of the suite's male, or suit's male. Along with a small pouch of coins, and as you rattle them about and take a look in, it's about 46 copper, 10 silver.
Nice.
And as you rummage around inside them, you also find a set of metal dice. Fancy looking, but very sharp edges. Like just running your finger over them, it feels like it's going to puncture the skin.
Ow.
That's all you find on there.
Alright. I guess I'll just follow Ginny around and try to help him out whatever he's doing. Because he's kind of doing these investigations pretty well, I gotta say.
Yeah, as he finds all
Yeah.
the toys.
Yeah.
Did you get the gem out?
As he just turns around and walks back.
Okay.
If Burden is following me and he tells me, like he's helping me, I'm just gonna go over there and be like, I want to inspect this gem.
Go back to the titty.
Alright. I left it over here.
As you walk around, you glimpse, as you lean out to the side a bit, you can see Lefanfish with one of the pony kegs of rum sitting beside him. His tail
Yeah.
is very lightly curled around it.
Well,
I can
Does
see
it
everyone
look
moving
like-
forward. We will not
What?
let this stand.
I mean,
Does it look like Burden would need help trying to rip that out of the boat?
Not at the moment. He seems like a capable sort.
yeah.
I will assist him anyway.
Yeah, just like hold my leg, just hold my shoulders on my back or something, and just
Yeah,
make sure
give
I
him
don't,
support,
like, fall
some
over.
anchorage.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me an athletic to rip that titty.
Yeah.
There is a pop. And then you look at the gem. It is fucking beautiful, and you start to pick away all the sort of dried out spirit gum that's holding it in place. Some animals' hooves were melted down to make the glue for this.
Hmm.
And then you look at the tit, and man, it looks a little sad now.
Yeah.
It's just a void. Oh well.
Should probably get rid of this.
You got a big ass gem now. If you got back to
That's
civilization and
somebody.
sold this, you're probably looking at about 250 gold.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Then
What
you
kind of
realize, shit, they might have been a pair.
Yeah.
There could be
Shit,
another
it was
titty out there.
Did you say it was a ruby or?
Ruby, yeah.
Doesn't the fanfish have a bag that he set up? Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's also the burlap sacks, and while you guys were fighting, he's torn a few apart, stitched them up, so you've got your basic skirts
Hmm.
and some very
Very-
simple vests.
Fanfish, can you hold on to this gem for me?
His eyes widen a little bit as he looks at it. Yes.
Is this gun equipable?
Yeah, if you hold on to it, I'll give you a little bit of a bonus if you keep it safe when we get back to port and sell it. How about that?
Hmm. Yes.
Very good.
And then he just holds it over the bag and drops it as if he doesn't give a shit.
Keep it safe.
What you've learned, Ginny, is that this thing will fire, but like the sling, it requires a magical charge put into it. But on the plus side, it becomes a bit more effective, and that is. So what you're looking at here is 80 foot of range.
Ooh.
It does 1d8 of thunder.
Ooh.
No modifier.
Okay.
Mm.
Is there a long range?
Nope, that's just at 80 range and it dissipates.
Okay.
It is also extremely loud.
Yeah. No stealth missions with that one.
And you think there's more to it, but at the moment, like, that's all you're getting. Like, you can't read any of the surface. Just fiddling about with it only can tell you so much. And yes, it is attunement.
Have I attuned to it already?
Yeah, for the most part. Like, you still don't know all the secrets of it. But you turn around your hand, you think, yeah. You pump a spell slot into this, and that's what you've got going. It also seems like it doesn't hold the charge for very long. I'll let you know, proper testing required.
I'll hold off on the testing for now. Which ship do you guys want to go to next?
Just wanna.
I was thinking the one the farthest away from the waterfall.
The one all the way
Okay.
to the top?
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, this one's known as the Siren's Perch.
All right. So I'm gonna help Jenny. He seems like the guy to follow around.
The
I'll tell him to
figurehead
keep an eye out
is
for.
the figurehead is a little weird to look at because it was a lyre playing siren carved onto it. Well, not siren, a mermaid in this case. But the head has been hacked up quite badly, and all of the carved-in hair you suppose was there is gone.
Damn. It's going
Once
down
again,
every
you're
time.
on a roll. You find yourself in the captain's quarters thinking, something's not quite right here. I mean, apart from the fact it's been picked apart and there's probably been some bloody violence here. There's definitely a bit of a stench of dried blood. But you're feeling along panels, just checking for anything that'll move, shift, or otherwise just give in. And as you push it, you push one little panel out, you find a bundle of scrolls. Big, thick wax seals on them, although some of the wax seals are just plain. One of them, meanwhile, holds a symbol that looks like sort of an eruption, like the tip of an erupting volcano, but there's also dragon wings in the midst of it.
That reminds me of something.
Do any of these scrolls look like magic scrolls?
Well, you'd have to break the seals.
You said some of them look commonly wax sealed, right?
Yeah, pretty much all of them are plain. Of the four you've got, three are plain, one has the decoration.
I will break the common ones first.
Give me a wisdom save. And whoever else is with him.
Well, I was following him, I guess.
Yep.
It's only fair since I'm on the boat.
Yeah, shit. How the fucking. Why'd
There
you
is
do
a
that?
flash of light, and Brady you barely notice, but it seems to be quiet over there for a bit. After about a minute, you all shake yourself awake.
Yep.
As you look at the scroll, it just says, "Ha."
He fucking got us.
All right. Recommendation.
Let's open the rest right now.
No. Now, recommendation. Put the scrolls on the desk over there.
Sure.
And let's everyone back out for a second.
Just for a second.
Yes. I'm going to cast Mage Hand and have it do it from a distance. Just break the seal.
Give me a charisma save.
God.
All of us again.
All of us?
Oh,
There is now a chicken where once Azure stood.
Oh shit.
It's
Dinner.
it's slightly blue looking as well.
Did you say we're gonna eat a Zer? You said dinner when it turned into a chicken?
He would have said that before he was a chicken as well. He's a cat, man. Look at those fucking teeth. Remember, the only reason your house cat doesn't eat you is because it's too small.
It knows to wait until you're dead.
Yeah?
It's true. What's this scroll say? Does it say ha again?
You guess, but it's written in chicken.
Hey, my
Wait,
handwriting looks about like
what's-
chicken scratch,
what's
so I think
Yeah, it's just written in chicken scratch.
I can decipher that.
What's the name of the ship again?
This one was a siren's perch.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna do the next one. It's only fair. You needed one. I sure did one. I'll do one.
I wish Rainey was here for seeing this. Alright, give me a charisma save.
These are... Yeah!
You resist it. Whatever was happening. You don't know. But written on it says, big man, huh?
Yes, I am the big man. Ah, I'm so tall. I don't know what you guys' problem is. This is fine.
There's still a few more to go, but I think we're at 3 hours now. Do you guys want to keep going for a little bit?
Nah, I'm kind of chill. I'm done.
It's great to hear you so excited for the game, man.
Dude, this was like my favorite session so far.
All right, how about I come in and we do one more?
Okay, one more.
Only one, right?
Sure, I'll throw in one more plain one. Why not? Just as a bonus. We'll let Rainey do it. This is also a charisma save.
All right. Let's see what we get. 14.
Where Rainey once stood imposing, there is now a mostly empty dress and an adorably small kitten woman, about the size of a gnome.
Oh, is there still a chicken?
Yeah. Lasts for an hour.
I gotta hope this is permanent.
It says on the scroll,
Great.
does anyone know Gnomish?
No.
No.
Bagok. Well, fuck it, I'll let you know. Oh, anyway. It just says, guess I'm the bigger man now.
I wonder if the big one could have made me big permanently, and I just ruined it by saving it. I'm my worst fucking...
So, Rainey, what do you think of your current small situation?
Well, I look at the chicken. It could be worse.
It's a little weird, too, because she's still all proportions. But she's small.
Tiny.
She hasn't shrunk down to the same way that a gnome has with a giant head or anything. So she basically looks like an oversized house cat. But with more going on. Like thumbs.
Hey, Corvus, you said that gun had 1d8 lightning?
Thunder.
Thunder.
No modifiers on that one.
Nope.
What
Yeah.
about for the attack roll?
Attack roll, it's just dex in your case.
And no proficiency, right?
Not yet. You do not yet fully know this weapon. But do you notice how he's not even offering it to the chicken wizard?
Yeah, well, he has so many magic spells that are...
Caden's just triggering, going, I got a gun. I want to keep this gun.
His Remy is showing.
Yeah.
I got a
Last
magical gun
time to
in
it.
the 4th session. that I can actually use because party's not gonna fail at the DM, so I'm gonna use it.
Oh yeah, I meant to look for an anchor I could use. If I take like just a walk around the outside of the ships, could I try to find one?
Well, yeah. This one you're on, yeah, it's got a pretty good anchor on it.
Ah,
It could do with a little adjustment for the weight and balance purposes.
sure, but we're set up to do that now, sort of.
Sort of. You don't really have the tools for breaking metal in an efficient way.
It could be inefficient, and that's fine. That's Vernon's way.
God, that's not a statement of Vernon right there.
I just want to get rid of this stick so I can use the land ahoy and land ho attacks again.
Meanwhile, Scuttles has picked up Rainy's gear and carrying it on his back because, of course, she can't.
Did you guys want to keep going?
Forever faithful.
It's just that awkward
I'm
thing,
fine.
Rainy, where you realize, oh, this is how my ancestors walked around, I guess.
I'm fine finishing off inspecting the ships if you guys want.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave them for a surprise for next time. Cause yeah, we've got a good chunk. We're at 311, so yeah, and we're still pretty much on board for next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we'll take a break for next week. We could just do something like watch a movie or anything, and then we'll get back. We'll get back in a fortnight.
Mhm.
Alrighty, guys.
Fun. Yep, I'm good.
Yep. And now I hit
This
the
is a
button
good
that says
session.
stop streaming.